Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Sunday Night Geekery, number 59. So we're moving up in the world, and we got some some usuals and a great guest tonight, Minimus Prime.
Where?
Welcome.
Woohoo.
Hey, how's it going?
Otherwise known as
So
Claude.
excited.
Claude. How am I supposed to say your name?
Stop.
Claude.
Look, say it the way it's spelled. C-L-A-U-D-E. Claude.
Claude.
Yeah.
Claude,
Like
yeah.
I just scratched her back during wild, passionate volleyball, and you just got Claude.
I'm never going to get that image out of my head. Whenever I see the word Claude now, I'm going to be like, wow, that's an animal.
And of course, we've got my buddy Clobbering Times here.
Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Hello there, my friends on the panel and friends in the chat. Good to see you all.
And we got Maddie's daddy, Hale, with Maddie's daddy with a C.
With a C sharp.
Uh-huh.
C sharp.
Yes.
Last time, which is also a P flat.
I'll take history for 1,000, please, Alex. Am I on the wrong show?
No, you're not on the wrong show. No, but we can come up with a comic book question for 1,000, though, right?
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
Claudia and Claude will think of something that Jack Kirby couldn't answer. I mean, you know.
No.
What
I'm
was the
not
tariff?
observer.
What was the tariff referenced in Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
I never saw Ferris Bueller's
What?
Day Off.
The tariff?
Wait,
Yeah, the
say that
tariff.
again?
What was the? This is a stupid trivia question, but you know when what's his name? The teacher
Yeah.
who Ben Stein,
Stein.
who was actually worked in Richard Nixon's administration.
Bueller.
He's asking people
Yeah.
what was the name of the tariff that was responsible for the Great Depression?
Oh, and he says,
And he's
anybody?
Bueller.
Anybody?
Anybody?
I
Bueller?
don't know, but
You
next
do?
year you're going to be in
Economic?
here regurgitating Gordon Wood and talking about the colonials and how do you like
He
them
says
apples?
voodoo.
It was the Holly Smoot tariff. Holly Smoot tariff. So I was in the movie theater in 1986 yelling Holly Smoot tariff, and I got booed by a lot of my friends because I was taking
Wow.
AP history at the time. So of course, like you're studying
Yeah.
it, so I mean, it's like
You kinda
not that I'm
deserved
not
it.
Smart. You can't. I did deserve it. It's like, boo, shut up. You can
So
go
like-
now. You can leave.
Like
now.
a scene from Goodwill Hunting goes to the movies.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody in the chat. I think I saw
Yeah.
Cranberry. Hi, Steven.
Hungry
Hi.
boy.
Hi, Hungry. Hungry for the shin.
Yeah. So we got a good crowd here
Oh.
tonight. Awesome.
Well, Claude.
Yeah. Hi,
This
Dad.
Claude
Yeah.
without the E at the end of his name. It always throws me off. Selling. Hello.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. It throws me off too. It's like I wonder if it's pronounced Claude, like Claude.
Yeah.
Hi, Brian.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like past tense of Wolverine,
Steven.
you know, attack. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
The Stream Elements
Hi,
pod is
Stream
here.
Elements.
Polly's
Welcome.
Minion is here. So we got
Hey,
a
Apollo.
Pupper.
Where
Apollo
in the
truck
world
approved.
is Apollonie's
Oh.
Minion tonight?
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Could be anywhere.
Could be anywhere in the U.S. Probably the Western, I would imagine. She usually hangs around the Utah, Nevada, California
Yes.
area in general.
Probably in Kmart.
Yes. They got Kmart still.
Dude.
And hungry for the Shin Ultraman movie. Of course, Hungry Boy.
Ah.
Mm.
See, whole movie about Ultraman shins, though. I mean, look, I guess it's an interesting concept. But what,
Well, Hungry's a podiatrist, so you know, podiatrist. Boy, I can't eat after eating
he's
popcorn.
pedantic and podiatric.
Podiatrist. Say that 5 times.
Yeah.
Just don't do it around me.
Montana.
Oh, J.D. Lewis.
Hey, JD Lewis.
Hey, JD.
Hola,
Happy
amigo.
Sunday.
¿Cómo estás?
How do
Hi,
you
J.D.
pronounce
Lewis.
the JD and JD Lewis? How do you pronounce
Yeah, that's how I do it.
Maybe he's a lawyer. It's a Juris Doctorate.
Yeah, there you go.
Or Jack Daniels.
Nice.
Jack Daniel. Boy, we went completely. No, actually, we didn't.
I used to be a big drinker, guys.
when you were a lawyer. Decided all together.
John David.
John David.
So did
And
everyone
I'm
set
going-
their clocks back? Did everyone remember to do that? Or do we have any?
No,
I
Arizona
didn't
people
remember.
here?
I didn't
Clocks.
remember.
My phone remembered.
My phone told me in the morning.
It said, "Go back to sleep, you idiot."
Yeah, I
You
totally
got
forgot
another
about
hour.
that. I didn't think about it last night. I thought that was another week or two away or something. I just didn't. And I wake up this morning and there's one time on my phone. There's another time on my 90,000-year-old digital clock. And yes, we're so primitive. We're so amazingly primitive. We still think digital clocks are a pretty neat idea.
I'm still,
Yeah.
using a sundial.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law has like 20 clocks in her house, so it's like a chore. You got to go set all the clocks.
Yeah. Your mother-in-law is Doc Brown.
Yeah. She invented the flux capacitor on November 5th, 1955, right? Was it? Or what was the date? It was just the other day. It was going around. Yeah.
She slipped and hit her head on the toilet.
Oh.
Oh,
The
well
only
done,
thing I
future
set-
boy.
the only thing I set back today was the clock in my car, and then I noticed it said PM, and I said, screw it.
Screw it.
I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, you can look outside and tell when you're in your car. You can just look through the window and tell the
Hey, it's light.
AM, PM for just about every. Yeah. So,
Yeah, because it is really 11:15 right now, so everyone's going to be extra tired and
I'm already
that-
extra tired.
I'm going to start on Tuesday.
yeah, it's gonna be dark early. Yeah,
My wife likes to keep one clock at the same time all the time. So right here, I'm looking over here, and it's 10:15. But everywhere else in the house, it's 11:15. But
we need
in her-
Captain Infinity to talk time travel with us.
Yes, the master of time.
But it's no, they're talking about having daylight savings all the time, but then I was reading an article today that standard time is actually much healthier for you.
Mhm.
How does it save daylight time anyway? I mean, how's it?
Well, because
what's
well,
the
'cause I
savings?
guess it's not dark in the morning, I guess.
Yeah.
So
It's actually for Apollomy. People think it's for farmers, but it's not. It's for truck drivers.
It is, of course.
Yeah.
By Grabthaw's hammer, what a savings.
Wasn't it originally a joke by Benjamin Franklin, and people took it seriously?
I would be surprised.
I do not know. He was a very smart guy.
Yeah, he was
I
having a
wouldn't be
laugh.
surprised.
I mean, the guy invented the stove and the bifocals and the printed stamp, and then
Right.
wrote a book called "Fart Proudly."
And
Now,
and he invented the sexy fat guy who got all the hot girls.
He invented you.
That's me.
wait a minute. That's just like just means he invented the rich man, right?
Yeah,
No,
True.
if I were a rich man,
you know,
Oh,
he went to, this is nothing, but he went to England to negotiate with the crown or with the
Like,
parliament or
rich man.
something, and the parliament wanted to kill him. And since there were no like horror movies back then, he knew to let's get on that boat that's leaving because these guys just said they wanted to kill us. So he didn't stick around to see if they were men of their words. He just got on the boat and he went back. He said, "They're crazy. They want to kill us all." "What do you mean all?" "Well, they said they wanted to kill me, but I think that means everybody." That's almost true.
You see, you're right. It's the idea of aligning waking hours to daylight hours to conserve candles was first proposed in 1784 by U.S. polymath Benjamin Franklin.
Wow.
In a satirical letter to the editor of Journal of Paris, Franklin
Yep.
suggested that waking up earlier in the summer would economize on candle usage and calculated considerable savings. In 1895, New Zealand entomologist and astronomer George Hudson proposed the idea of changing clocks by 2 hours every spring to the Wellington Philosophical Society. In 1907, British resident William Willett presented the idea as a way to save energy. After some serious consideration, it was not implemented. I think they started in World War One,
Yeah.
and then in
Well-
1970, under Nixon, they put it in permanently and got rid of it after 2 years.
I have a question.
Yep.
Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care?
They
So
do it
I
in
can't
Chicago.
imagine why. We've all got time enough to,
To unalive.
Clobby thought that up while he was walking down the street one day.
Yeah.
Good. Well done. That
Thank
was
you,
good.
sir. Thank you.
Wondering
huge-
when he should say it at 25 or 6 to 4.
Well, his first thought was,
Yikes.
what am I doing in Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The transit authority was on strike, so it just became Chicago.
And then they were struck down.
Yeah.
Well, this is interesting here too. The most of the world doesn't use daylight savings
Yeah,
times. Of course,
yeah.
Arizona, our buddy Jed out there. That's what we always joke about. What's Arizona time? And
Yeah, we had that fight one night.
and in Europe and the European Union, but the rest of the world. And of course, you got the people down under, and some people, a couple countries in South America and Japan, but that's it. So,
Well, I'm living on
Interesting.
Tulsa time.
Good.
Thank
Let's
you.
let's- tonight, we should make a rule on it. Do a show where you can't say anything unless it's a movie, it's a song quote.
Yeah.
it's gonna be a quote. Yeah.
They did. They used to do something somewhat. Actually, they did that exact thing on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
You had to talk to each other in song titles.
Exactly.
Titles, not just like
And-
quotes from the song.
They started. Do you know the way to San Jose? Yeah.
The funniest guy on the show, Colin Mockery, walked
funny,
up to he didn't know how to place. He didn't know a whole lot of song names. He walks over to Ryan Stiles and says, "Theme from a Summer Place."
Oh, God.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
that is
Well,
good.
Stan Lee invented time. That's true. Yep.
That's true.
I looked
hopefully
around and I said,
That was
"There's
not
just
on
not
his
enough
side.
time in the world."
I need a watch, damn it. So I've got to invent time.
And hopefully Courtney will be back.
Moving
I
around
think
the sun.
Did I forget to introduce Courtney to the group? Was that my bad?
Oh, I hope
As a
not.
bad host?
She introduced herself, did you?
I can't remember now. But
I-
Courtney had to
don't-
pop
She
out.
said
Hopefully
she was
she'll be
going to
back.
take a break for a few minutes. So
Oh, okay, yeah, but I can't remember if I introduced Courtney when we all started. I'm
Well,
still
oh. No, you were getting to it. We were being very
Yeah.
Friday Night Tights by all of us not just letting you introduce anybody, but that's most of these shows on YouTube.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry,
Courtney.
Courtney. Yeah,
I hope you still love
I'm
us
sure
a little bit.
she'll be back. Yeah, I'm sure. Yep. But yeah, so everyone, yeah, we gotta stay awake tonight. Yeah, don't fall asleep early. Yep.
Oh, don't worry.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I think, by the way, Steve Minimus could use some counseling. I know in the
Yeah.
past you've had sleep problems. He can't sleep right now. Of course, I don't sleep much either, but
And
Well-
the daylight savings time, whatever it is, it screwed me up today because I did fall asleep on the couch for about a half hour, and then you called and woke me up, and
you
I
called
said,
first.
it must be important.
You called me earlier.
I know,
LSU
but
won. That was important.
almost.
I
Oh.
said I was just driving and needed somebody to annoy while I was driving. So.
Yeah.
Well, it sucks if you can't sleep though. That's not good. Yeah, I've had some
wait,
insomnia too. Yeah.
He didn't tell you about the dream that I had when I took melatonin, and I slept for about 4 hours. And I don't know if it's him that called me, but somebody called and said, "Hey, did you get any sleep last night?" And I said, "Well, either I got some sleep, or I pitched a situation comedy named Art and Anybody to Jewel State, and she was very interested in it. I read her the whole synopsis of the sitcom, and she was ready to go for it. And I'm pretty sure I was asleep. I don't know. It was melatonin.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She's worthy of thought, waking or sleeping, Turlo.
Oh, Courtney's got technical issues, so she'll be back in a flash. Good.
She has issues.
I've been having computer issues too, so if I disappear, I told you guys before the show.
Gotcha.
Don't do that Windows update all the time. I don't know what's been going on.
Put some elevator music on if you drop out.
Well, Mike's got control, so he's got the keys to the kingdom. So he's gonna we're gonna leave and put an elevator music.
I think we should get Steve to sing "Girl from Ipanema" for like an hour.
elevator music. Boom, 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 boom.
I do know a lot of songs in Spanish, but that young and that's it's not even in Spanish;
Yeah.
it's in English actually. Now that I think about it, but I can sing songs in Spanish, but I don't know the words to "The Girl from Ipanema." I do know the words to
Right.
"Bajo de tu piel hay esmeraldas
Long and
pintadas."
tall and
Wow.
kind of ugly, and she's got a sister that's really fugly. The
I
girl
don't think
from
those are the
Ipanema
Yeah, like those are the
is drowning at the beach. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I remember one of my favorite Saturday Night Live skits was Paul Simon was a musical guest, and they've got him on an elevator, and they're playing Simon and Garfunkel music and
Yeah.
Muzak, you know, and then the next song comes on, and it's more Simon and Garfunkel Muzak, and then some of his stuff solo Muzak, and he's going crazy. And then it's the devil. It was John. What was his name? John
Lovitz.
Lovitz. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Welcome to hell."
Yeah.
It's like he's in the elevator fraternity, listening to his music being done
Yeah.
by music.
Wow.
And, we say elevator music because we knew what it was, but you don't hear music in elevators anymore. But if you walk up to a Walmart, they're usually playing 70s and 80s music outside, and it kind of makes me want to stay outside for a while because I know what's going to happen once I get in there. They're not going to have the figures I want.
Not gonna have the action figures you want.
Yeah.
Wow, Hungry Boy, you caught that? Man, Love is Blue. It's
Some-
pretty
did
good.
somebody make Did somebody
Let's
make a
hear
Love is
Bobby
Blue?
sing his version of it.
You don't want to. I can't. I can't sing it
Well,
here.
It's in my head right now.
What's that, Steve?
I was gonna say, did somebody make a Love is Blue
I went.
Reference?
Yep.
by Paul Murriott and his orchestra?
It was a great episode of the very underrated brilliant second season of the little known show Millennium from the late 90s, and there was an episode where that song was being constantly blared by this demon that was using it to torture people.
Yeah.
The music version, she even refers to it. People call this elevator music.
Yeah.
But they don't.
That was
really
the
know
X Files. Sorry,
It was Millennium.
it was X Files spinoff. Was it the X Files
That was
spinoff?
an X Files spinoff. Yeah, but this was the
Yeah.
Yeah,
second.
X
Three
Files
seasons, right? Three
used
seasons, right?
Johnny Mathis for something, I think.
But this was in the second season. What happened? Second season of Millennium. I don't know if any of you ever saw the show. First season, and Lance Henderson's terrific, right? But the first season, the thing was, it was Chris Carter. It was in the same universe as X Files. He was basically ripping off the movie Seven, serial killers, and he has these flashes of evil and stuff. And then he went off to make that stupid X Files movie, and he left Glenn Morgan and James Wong, the guys who wrote a lot of X Files for him, in charge of the whole thing for the second season. And they turned it into this weird, crazy. It had a lot to do with. It was brilliant. I mean, it was about prophecy and religion, and
It was scary.
in the Millennium.
It was great episodes. There was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen on television in that season, including that episode with that song. Also, one called "Somehow Satan Got Behind Me."
Yeah.
With these four demons, played by actors you would know, by the way, were sitting at a donut shop, talking about different telling stories about these souls that they were that they damned. It was hilarious. It was brilliant, written by Darren Morgan. That second season was so good that when Carter came back, he didn't like it because he didn't understand it, and everyone. He changed the third season back to a lousy, annoying,
procedural FBI
monster of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of us were pissed. We used to get in fights on the Fox message boards with people who were just defending it. Oh man, yeah. But anyway, that second season of Millennium, and first season was just, second season was brilliant, almost all of it.
The second season, the one with Darren McGavin.
Yeah, that was one called Midnight of the Century, the Christmas episode.
Yeah,
Almost every year I watch that one again. Midnight of the Century, it's brilliant.
Well,
Darren
I mean,
McGavin.
and I have to say, X Files. I probably the Monster of the Week stuff was my favorite stuff on X Files, because then in later seasons they got too much of the conspiracy stuff. It was kind of like the X-Men that went off the rails, with too many plots going everywhere.
When they brought it back, they did 2 seasons of 10 episodes each. When they didn't reboot it, they just picked it up again and forgot a bunch of stuff that actually happened in X Files. But there's a British actor who I don't know his name. He's just been in a lot of stuff, and he was in Yes Man with Jim Carrey. He played a monster who was bitten by a human and turned into a werehuman.
Oh, yeah. That was a limited series, right?
Yeah.
He dressed like Kolchak.
Yeah. That was pretty good. That one, the first X Files limited or shortened
the new
season.
X-Files? Yeah.
That was pretty good. Classic. That one. Yeah.
I can't believe
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'll
Steve.
say, I can't believe Claude just said we're human and nobody said they're human.
They're
They're
different.
Castle.
I was waiting on you.
Darren Morgan wrote that one. I think you're talking about. With
Yeah,
the Where
he
Human.
did. Yeah.
That dude was a great writer, but he didn't do that much. He just did a handful of things, like the ones that Classic Comics were referring to with Charles Nelson Riley. It was an X-Files episode. Jose Chung's From Outer Space. Then on Millennium, he did an episode called Jose Chung's Doomsday Defense, which is the most absolutely scolding. I don't know how they got a critique of a certain religion that a certain guy named Tom Screws.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it, but on the show they called it selfosophy.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the episode, and it is a brutal commentary on. Well, let's just call it selfosophy, just to not get in any trouble.
Don't get in trouble. Yeah.
There was a scene where Pete Watts, his boss, was, he was afraid of the selfosophy group, but basically, and he's telling Frank Black, "We got to take it easy. We don't want to piss him off." He goes, "We fight ultimate evil all the time." He says, "Yeah, but ultimate evil can't sue."
Yeah. He had one of the funniest lines on the show in that episode when they're doing this flashback talking about, the finding the body and looking at it. And Frank Black, God, what's the actor's name? I don't want to say
Lance Henriksen.
Lance Henriksen. He's got a blonde or a white wig on, and he's the coroner. He comes in and everybody's like frowning. He goes, "Why does everybody look so down? It's an autopsy, not a funeral."
Yeah, that was like a flashback, an exaggerated flashback. Yeah, but you talk about really raked selfology. I'm not selfosophy. I'm not going to say what. I'm not going to say the name.
You can figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, ripped it to pieces. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, the demons on there.
Yeah. Oh, there you found it. Did you find someone else that got behind me? It was let's see who played him. The guy from played Maud's husband.
Bill Macy.
Bill Macy.
Bill Macy, not William H. Macy.
Wasn't Dick Miller? No, not Dick Miller. No, the other guy. Who was that other guy? Oh, God, I can't remember the damn guy's name who played him in that.
Garrick?
No. The guy who was "Hey kid, great cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work." After the kid, we eat in this coffee.
Yeah.
They basically talk about the things they do to damn souls.
Yeah.
And this was a masterpiece. This episode.
Yeah.
They had an X-Files parody in it. I mean, the show was so crazy, dude. Yeah, there you go. That's the X-Files parody. They had this episode was so insane. Darren Morgan wrote it. That there just is. I mean, Frank's hardly even in it when humans attack. There they are. But see, everyone else saw them as normal guys. And Frank Black could see them.
Yeah, you can see what they look like.
And they're telling these stories, about how they damn souls, and every one of them had a run in. They saw Frank Black, and he could see them what they really are. And they got this weird guy. It's almost like he could see what I really am. I said, "No, he can't see us. They can't see us." But it was hilarious. And this episode's so good.
Hale Classic Comics.
Hey, Classic Comics. It's like Hulk could see Doctor Strange in his ethereal form, but they've kind of they never mentioned that in the movies but yeah, Hulk could always see there was some kind of magical connection there with the Hulk. So kind of like Frank Black, they could see with the demons.
Frank Black could see demons and stuff.
Yeah.
It was that show was. I bought I just bought the second season. I'm complaining. I haven't bought the first or third. Go ahead, Steve.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, that was you.
Oh no, I just said hail to Classic Comics.
Hey,
because I didn't say hail to him when he. I have to have a second window open and jump over to it to see what's going on in the chat. So I
got you covered.
Saying hello to people. So.
And Courtney was saying that's installing Monterey, but that's the last year's version of Apple OS. So I guess if you're on an iMac or a Mac, so hopefully you'll be back, Courtney. Wow. Yeah,
I'm glad I don't make any of this crap.
Do they still make iMacs?
Oh yeah, they still make iMacs. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just a fad.
Nope, still make. Well, I mean, it's basically a thin monitor screen. And it's not like the big rounded old iMac. Remember the one that was on the monitor stand or the moving arm. So that
yeah.
yeah.
They had
kind of like the Pixar lamp kind of thing.
I remember they had a song from the Rolling Stones. Something about the colors in her hair. She's everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like a Rolling Stone. Sorry,
No, not that one.
I don't know. A complete unknown though.
They get complete unknown.
With no direction home.
So here's
There
the
was a
first IMAX.
Robert A. Heinlein book called The Rolling Stones. Sorry.
And this computer helped to save Apple. So this is the actually I have the first Mac in my office. I'm looking at it right now, and I have this one in the basement. Actually, this iMac, but this actually helped save Mac in some ways with that new hardware. And of course, there's the great Steve Jobs, the great salesman, genius. And then here's a new iMac. See, that's what the iMac basically looks like now. So here's the. See, we can go everywhere on this show.
UBL.
So here's the first iMac. Then there's the second one with kind of like the Pixar lamp with that really cool. I'd love to get one of those old ones. They had them all at school. I should have probably threw them all out, but that's just a great industrial design there. And now the new ones are just. That's kind of what your computer is clever.
Hmm?
That's kind of what your computer. You have the
Mine's a
HP
onesie.
onesie too. Yeah,
An
so.
HP.
Yeah, HP, right? Yep. So I just remember my brother, my cousin, coming over with the very first Mac as a kid. You know, took out of the, like they had this travel suitcase, and wow, look, I can just draw on the screen and it says hello to you. It's so freaking primitive right now. But when people come over to my house, I'm like, oh, you want to? They're like, oh, do you have a Mac? I'm like, yeah, here, I got one. I used to have it on my other main desk so you could see it. Like, that's not a Mac. I'm like, yes, it is.
Hello,
That's
computer. A
That's
keyboard. How quaint.
Right? And I think I gotta have that quote.
What kind of computer was that? That was 1986, for God's sake.
Yeah, so this was the very first Mac.
How'd
Yeah.
Scotty even know what a keyboard was? He should have said, Scotty, I don't think you could talk to computers in 1986. Just saying.
Yeah, right.
I don't think anybody in that time period would know how to type anymore.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Probably not.
I guess maybe they can. I don't think they really need to, though. Yes, but he could. Well, he didn't really, because one of his fingers is missing, or two of them, right?
Yeah.
But he just kind of.
I think it's just one.
There's one. I think maybe one. Yeah.
I think it's just one.
Yeah. So he could type pretty fast. Maybe they teach them that even in the. Of course, Scotty's a genius. So.
What on earth is that?
I am endeavoring, ma'am, to construct a mnemonic memory circuit using stone knives and bearskins.
Love it.
So yeah, that line gets used all the time still when something's not working.
Mike's favorite Star Trek author screwed that line up, and what was it called? I don't know if I want to say her name. The woman that lived here.
Oh, Vonda Marshall.
Marshak. Yeah,
McCulbreth and Marshall.
In her book, whatever the hell that book was, she wrote two of them.
Price of the Phoenix.
Yeah, she used it. She said stone knives and bear claws.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no.
she was just hungry. That's all that you could just. You had to chalk it up to that. She was a tired woman. She was typing a lot, and she reaches over. Damn it!
Bear claw.
Where's my bear claw?
Remember the photo novel, Claude? So you had it too. Where of that where he says that, and then they got to put a blurb of a thought balloon of Kurt thinking sometimes truth is stranger than fiction or something.
Yeah,
we didn't need that.
They used thought balloons in the photo novels.
Yeah.
I think I have that Scotty clip somewhere. I got to try to find. I thought I'd uploaded it, but
Mr. Scott, laddie, don't you think you should rephrase that?
Yeah. Who needs a typewriter when you have a universal translator, and you can talk to a computer and they pull anything up? That's almost here. Probably is, and I don't know about it.
Well, Scotty just was ready for anything, wasn't he?
yeah, he's an engineer. But
Except
That was
except for
Stone Knives and
Uhura.
Bearskins. Well, yeah. Spock was the first Blackadder. Bah! Yes.
but it's
Star Trek TOS, most of the computing was voice controlled. And remember, Scotty called the keyboard quaint. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
You did, Steve. Good to see you. Hello.
yeah, I'm trying to find that. I thought I had that. I had that queued up. Maybe I have it.
Still
Maybe I
not.
never uploaded it. Yep. Because that was just so. I mean, that's just one of the quotes with my friends growing up, and you guys are just, we would have been old,
We used to do that all
old
the
friends
time.
growing up, just
Yeah.
quoting Star Trek lines.
Yeah,
back
like
and forth, back and
We
forth.
do it a
Yeah.
lot.
in the movie Free Enterprise, they did it almost as much as we did.
Hey, Iron
Oh,
Hide.
I love that. Yeah.
Love for
Oh, here we go.
yeah.
Here we go. I got it. Let me upload this sucker. But
Ironhide 84's here. What's up, brother? What's up, buddy?
Hale,
Welcome.
Good to see you.
Let me
Howdy.
upload this. But yeah, and I was Robert Myers Burnett, Free Enterprise, and when
Yes.
when he's got the ornament, and then I'm like, I that was one of the things I regret not buying when I saw it in the store the first time, and so I'm like,
Hallmark,
can't be the Hallmark 1991 Enterprise that I never bought when
That's
I had the
right.
chance, and I should have. It was like
Yeah.
one of my most classic blunders is not putting on the. Did I have a credit card back then? Might have just had no. I think I had no money, and I saw it in the store, and there were like 30 of them there, and
Oh, wow.
and that was like grossly underproduced too. So
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
why it was so rare. And I'm like, oh, I'll buy it in a month when I have some money or whatever. I get some Christmas money. Now it's like four. And so the girlfriend in Free Enterprise is like so pissed at RMB or his
Taking it
character.
back.
She's
Robert,
taking the ornament that she gave him. I'm like,
She-
no.
Yeah, because she knows how much it means to him. She's going to be a bitch and
That's
take
what
it
she
from
actually
him.
says it because I knew
Yeah.
it means there's
I know how much it means to you.
Well, here. Oh, thank you, Scott. Cal found it, but here's the clip here.
Computer. Oh, hello, computer.
Just use the keyboard.
The keyboard. How quaint.
Now watch Scotty type here. Thank you, Cal. Yeah, I knew
He was hunting
had
peck,
that
but he
queued
was pretty fast at it.
Yeah,
He was. Scotty.
Well, that's the thing with sci-fi too. You think with robots and tech, and like I was just watching Andor tonight, and Star Trek, you'd have droids and robots everywhere doing everything, wouldn't you? I mean, why would people? In Andor, they've got a junkyard, and they've got people dismantling starships, and if droids are that prevalent, wouldn't you just have them doing all the work?
Hey, didn't they have a keyboard on the Serenity and Firefly?
Yes, they did.
Serenity now. Oh, sorry.
Certainly not.
Yes, they did, sir.
Yeah.
Well, they had, even Doctor Who had, in the TARDIS,
Yeah.
and one of the, and even in the one of the later TARDISes, like Eccleston's, and even David Tennant's had one, didn't he?
Yeah, probably, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, they had a bunch of goofy looking crap in there, so yeah.
Yeah.
Sledgehammer.
So, who's been watching Andor besides me and Minimus, who's trying to fall asleep?
I think it's just you. I fell
It's just
asleep
me?
in the first episode, and I watched the second episode, and then it takes a lot for me to lose interest early.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to watch Game of Thrones because everybody's talking about how great it was, and I will give them like the first 3 seasons are really good, and then something happened to the writers where they were like, "Hey, we're all that now. People like us." No, they like George R.R. Martin. Anyway, I've just finished the binge of all 8 seasons. I got to say, that last season that everybody bitches about and cries about and says, we want them to remake it. I thought, it's TV. It was okay. I'm
Oh
like,
my
George
God,
Cos-
that's a controversial position. That's
Well,
going
I'm
to get
like-
you kicked off the interwebs.
I'm like George Costanza about that kind of crap because somebody says, why are people going to watch it? Because it's on TV. That's how
But you had to
Murder
pay
She
for
Wrote
it with
lasted
HBO.
so
We're
long.
paying for it. We're paying
Yeah.
for it.
Well, it's already been paid for by now. This is what I say about this stuff. My wife likes to buy comic books that a friend of ours is an inker in, and she said she wants to support him. And I said, well, by the time the comic book gets to the store, it's already been paid for. You're just paying the vendor. So John got his money. So
Yes, he did.
Oh, thank you for that, Brian. This is the last episode. Andor in the prison said human labor is cheaper and easier to get. Yeah.
Andor.
I watched the first 4, but every single freaking time I fell asleep. And so after I wake up, I goes, can I be considered to have watched this? Because I feel. And then at the end of, I think, the 3rd episode, then they released the first 3 at the same night, I believe.
Yeah.
And I thought,
first 3 were together. Okay.
Yeah, and that last, so you see that scene there with him and Stellian Skarsgård?
That was a good.
That was pretty good. That made me go, okay, maybe it's picking up now. That last scene was kind of okay. So the next week I watched episode 4, and they go to Coruscant. So I'm like, oh, that's promising. Coruscant, that's pretty cool. Then it got so damn boring. Again, I mean, there were scenes in there. It looked like they were trying to remake TXX 1138. It was, like long, talky scenes.
Wow.
And look, Star Wars is just not that. I mean, bad Star Wars or good Star Wars is still Star Wars when we at least trying to be something, it doesn't even qualify really. It's just nothing like it.
I don't know if you could hear it, but I just yawned listening to you talk about Andor.
Well, you need to get some sleep.
Yeah, let's stay on this. It might help.
Well, I got to say, first episode.
Go watch it again.
Go watch it again. Yeah. First episode, I give like a B minus. It's a setup episode. Not a lot happens. A couple of that interesting scene with the guards, and he's going to the quote unquote, after hours club. I guess he's looking for his sister. So, that wasn't a bad episode. The second episode I thought was pretty damn boring. A lot of setup. Nothing. What happened in the second episode? I just watched it tonight and I couldn't tell you what happened.
This droid.
Yeah, the droid is very cool. Yeah. So, but the third episode was really good. I have to say, the third episode I give an A because it's the Empire, of course, and they're not called the Empire here. They're called the Republic. Is it the Republic or is it the Federation? That's the Republic, I think. At this point, it's the Republic, I think, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
So he's murdered.
Republican Federation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's murdered
the Federation.
Yeah, from Blake 7. Yep. So he's murdered 2 guards on the planet that he's on, and I guess it's a mining planet, or it's a there's a lot of people doing manual labor, and they're coming after him. So that was a pretty well done episode, and there's some good fight scenes, and there's bombs that go off. There's a couple of twists, and Skarsgård is always excellent. The guy from Thor: The Dark World, the scientist,
amongst other things. Yeah, he's really good at him.
He's very good, and this guy is a good. He's a great actor. He's good, but the problem is, spoiler alert, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, he dies at the end of Rogue One. So, there's not a lot of tension in this. He's going to make it through. And of course, yeah, okay, every good guy's going to make it through the series, but there's no tension on that front. That's the problem with the prequel. So, but I did say I thought the third episode was excellent. So, Mike, you're saying that it goes back to being boring again.
Well, I don't know. A lot of people like the show. Even people who are liking it saying it's just not Star Wars. I say it's a good show. It's interesting. And it's very draggy, but they say it's well done. And it looks really good. It's got a good look to it. It does not look cheap like Obi-Wan garbage and like that was horrible looking. However, that 4th episode was pretty dreary.
Maybe I'll watch it tonight to go to sleep then.
You know what Andor really needs? A Darth Vader cameo.
A Darth Vader cameo.
Jesus.
Another Vader cameo. Yep.
Yeah, maybe we'll get one. It's not over yet. You might get one. Rogue One had one.
Yeah. Bobby, did you get? You laughed. Did you get my joke? Andor
about it. Yeah.
And/or. No,
every time it says Andor, that's all I hear is and/or.
And/or. Yes, it's really it's. Yeah. Was it Tom from Midnight Sheds was calling it Casio keyboard for a while there? Because it was going to be called Cassian Andor. His name is Cassian. And they just made it Andor.
That girl over there looks like Pete Davidson. I I don't know who that is. But
They hit and again, Mon Mothma
Yeah.
or whatever. Is kind of, is that Mon? I don't think that's not Mon Mothma, but
No,
she's
I
in
don't
there
think-
somewhere. And it's
She's
just,
in it, right? Yeah.
man, it looked like that fourth episode. It was. I just thought it was a drowsy number. It's
So this is the third episode. Yeah, this is Bix. Yeah, she's a character I'd like to see more of.
oh, she was. That's the girl you were in love with. Yeah.
Hey, watch it.
hey, you think they're going to do action figures
love with her.
from this
I'm watching you.
series?
Yes,
She's-
she is
yeah,
cute.
joking. My
Ooh.
wife is not listening to this podcast ever.
I'm
but
pretty sure
yeah.
she never watches this.
No, but
She
her,
never
but her
watches, yeah.
lawyer is.
Her lawyer is
Her
right.
lawyer-
Like Megan,
I'll
it
take
looks
all
like
your
Meghan
action
Markle
figures.
if she had like a pleasant attitude.
Hmm? Mm.
Yeah, you're right. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Meghan Markle.
She's a hottie now.
Markle.
No denying.
Yes, Ironheart. That James Earl Jones did sell his voice
Yeah.
to Disney so they can reproduce
Oh yeah,
it in
yeah.
perpetuity because we do need more Darth Vader prequels. But one thing would be cool if they did the Darth Vader comic, Volume 1 through 25. That was excellent. And there's a YouTube series. Who's the Star Wars Theory did a fantastic summation of those comics with voiceovers and showing the comic.
No,
almost
cool.
in its entirety with permission from Disney and Marvel. One of the probably best comics I've read in the last few years because there's hasn't been a lot of good new stuff out lately. But that it's a
Hey, Trevor.
it's a prequel. Hey Trevor
And Keto.
Simple.
Yo, Keto.
Hey, dude.
Hey Dustin.
What's up, man?
So some good stuff in those comics. Great to see you guys. But yeah, it's Courtney's back. Good. I guess your computer's been. Welcome back, Courtney.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket. Sorry.
Well, she's muted, but we'll wait till she unmutes herself. Yep. She's on her phone. Maybe that's why. Yep.
Mark D. Courtney has asked several times for a picture of me in my Thor costume, so I am sending you one now on our normal communication.
Okay. Gotcha.
channel.
Yep.
So,
Hey, you remember you did some really good costumes. Remember that Batman costume you went to see? I don't think Batman Returns in when you were.
No, not Returns. Was it Returns? Yeah, I remember Returns.
I think it was Returns. Yeah.
Batman Returns.
well,
Steve
went to
comes
see
out.
him.
He's working there, and he sits next to me in a theater, and he goes,
Right.
He said, "This thing is hot. I better go get out of it." And he gets up and he leaves, and a lady behind us looks down at me like I know her or something. I don't. She said, "Does he really think he's Batman?" I said, "He used to, but he's gotten much better. Now he just thinks he's Bruce Wayne."
That's awesome.
That was a good costume, dude.
It was.
Oh,
The
it's,
only thing you didn't
thank
make
you.
was the helmet. I think you got it at Spencer's, right?
That one I bought somewhere. Yeah. It finally just
Spencer's
disintegrated.
used to be
after ages.
somewhere. Not
Mark, I made the muscles by getting liquid rubber that rubber molds were made from, and I put garbage bags on the
garbage
floor.
bag. I remember that.
Yeah, remember this?
Oh my god!
And I started pouring it on my chest, and it actually not realizing the ammonia content of this stuff.
Oh
the whole
yikes!
time. And then I had a beard at the time, as I am wont to do every once in a while. And I kept, imagine laying on your back and then, tilting your head essentially downward so you can look at your chest to see if it's dried yet. Not realizing that each time I'm doing that, I'm dipping my beard into the wet. I had to cut this thing out of my beard, off of my face.
Oh wow!
Which I would have had to, I would have had to shave the beard anyway for the costume, whatever.
I wish I'd come by when you were doing that with a bag of feathers or something.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I would have said? Claude, what are you doing in my apartment?
Yeah.
With feathers.
You know what's weird, Steve? That apartment house you lived in at that time, that apartment building's still there, by the way.
That's right. The one right next to it's a movie
Blue Barn,
production thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's on
there.
fire, but it's still there.
No, it's still there.
There we
Just like
go.
My career. Yeah. Oh,
Hey, that's pretty good.
Well, wait, we gotta wait for Courtney.
Yeah, but we'll just leave it on. We're gonna
I
increase our
only-
viewership here.
I
Courtney, where
only
are you?
Courtney 54. Where are you?
She was here and then left. Yep.
I was
I'm
flexing-
sure it was a computer. She didn't leave.
I
yeah.
was flexing so hard for this picture. I sprained a kidney.
Hey, Dork
Hey,
Knight, how's it
Dork
going?
Knight.
Great
What's
to
up,
see you.
dude?
What a great name, the Dork Knight. I love
That
it.
is an
Dork
awesome.
Knight?
That is an awesome name. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, dude. And your awesome uncle. Look at that.
Hale, your
Yeah,
Muslim
yeah.
uncle.
Hale.
Good to see you,
Great.
sir.
Great to have you join us. Yep.
So, Courtney left, and you put this kind of embarrassing picture of me up. But,
It's
Yeah,
not
that's
embarrassing.
cool. Dude, embarrassing.
It's inspirational.
Mhm.
Yeah.
now,
And-
now, when you say inspirational, does that
Yeah, it makes me
literally,
want
like, breathing
to. It makes me want to join an Asgardian religion or something.
in? Oh, that there was Claudia and I had talked about doing the reviewing the Simonson run of Thor
Yeah.
in honor of Mark. There was a great one
Mark
where
C,
it's called there was a great one called The Last Viking. If you haven't read it, and essentially there was one Viking left, and Thor is flying along, and all of a sudden he hears somebody praying in ancient Norse, and he essentially flies down to the was it called, not the Forbidden Land? What was it called where Khazar was not
Savage Land?
the Savage Land? Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and there's one Viking left from ancient Viking raiders who formed a community somewhere where they got blown off course, and he was the very last one. Elif was his name, and it was it never would have occurred to me to write a Thor story about somebody who can call him by praying to him, especially in ancient Norse. It was a really good story.
Yeah.
Good old Walt Simonson.
Oh yeah. Do you remember when what was the thing? Civil War. When everybody had to sign some kind of document saying this is my secret identity and this is who I am. Tony Stark tried to get Thor to do that, and
Yeah.
he this is when Asgard was destroyed. It's like a bit of it floating above Tulsa or someplace like that, and he was calling all the gods back to be there. So he lived there, and there's no more Don Blake. It's just Thor. So
Yep.
Tony Stark comes in. Hey, you got to sign this. You got to come to Washington with me. You got to sign this. You got to be on call or whatever. Well, whatever it is. Thor beats the snot out of him.
That was
Thor
the
beats
J-
the crap out of him, and he's standing there with his hammer, and it's kind of crackling. And he said, "We were friends, but you seem to forget that I am also a god."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a Straczynski run.
Yep.
And Dork Knight,
Yeah.
this is Steve's normal activewear. He wears that to work, right? Right,
Yeah.
Steve?
He really is Thor.
Last week I actually did wear it to work, although I took it off after about a minute because I made
Did
it
you
out
have
of black.
any? Did you have like clothes to put on after you took it off, or?
I wore a black tank top underneath it,
Oh.
and so yeah, I took that off. I had to let it because I can't sit down in it. I made it out of leather,
Mm.
and
Oh, I got you.
So
yeah,
Like-
it cost me like $300. I kept making mistakes.
like
Um,
wearing your chair.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, your Barca lounger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This
it
was
does-
at a con,
what
though,
con is-
right? Wasn't
Yeah,
which con was
see
this?
see the badge there. What does it say?
yeah, it was formerly known as the Salt Lake Comic Con. A great con. I love the Salt Lake Comic Con. Formerly known as the Salt Lake. You know what I should have done was sent you the picture of me next to Chris Evans, because I
Yeah.
dwarfed that guy. He's
Yeah.
no way is he 6 feet tall. I'm 6'1", and I'm a good 3 inches taller than him, and probably 75 pounds. Thank you, Hungry Boy. That is very kind of you, the Buscema Thor. Wait a minute, John or Sal? Doesn't really matter. They both drew killer arms on the guy.
Yep.
So actually, I told this story before, but Claude hasn't heard it. And I think a couple of people don't. But I met Meatloaf the year he died, or the year before he died. So it would have been like 2018. My ex-wife and I were backstage, and we got lost looking for the printer to get our picture with Jason Momoa, and I'm talking to my wife, and I hear this voice say, "Now that's what I call the real Thor." And I was intending to turn and say thank you, but I wanted to finish my sentence. And without waiting, the voice said, "I said that's what I call the real Thor." And I turned around about to like go, "Look, buddy." I'm like, "Holy crap, you're the real Meatloaf." And he was in his little Yeah, he was in
Wow.
his. He had one of those little scooters, because his health was
Yeah.
pretty, declining. And I would have expected him to be a jerk, but he was the nicest guy. I was like, honey, this is Meatloaf. You're a little young to know him, but he did this. I would do it. He did
Paradise
not
by the
want-
Dashboard Light.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and 2 out of 3 ain't bad. He did not want to talk about himself at all. He's like touching my costume and saying, "Did you make this? Is this leather? Do you work out just for the costume?" And he was he's one of the. I've met some very nice celebrities. Carrie Elwes was very nice. Politics aside, Dean Cain who's Claude is. I think you've met Claude, right?
No, he did a video for me.
I remember he did the video. It was so cool.
Yeah.
For free too.
Cool dude.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Like, he doesn't rush people through. He picks up the little kids and talks to them. And, he wrote on because it was a Polaroid the first year, because they didn't have it figured out yet what they were going to do. And he wrote, and I've still got this somewhere. He wrote, "Steve, those guns are illegal." Dean Cain. I mean, super nice guy. But Carl Urban, complete jerk. But anyway, but Meatloaf was also a super cool guy. I wish he was still around for you guys to meet him, because I would say go meet Meatloaf.
His
So
name is Robert
Meatloaf?
Paulson.
He got his name back at the end when he
His
died.
name is Robert Paulson.
Meatloaf?
Somebody did it. Let him. Oh, there you go. That's a Meatloaf.
And we got a special guest, another Thor cosplayer popping in.
Hey, dude.
We've got the Dork Knight. Let me change the screen so we can all see each other.
Wow.
Let's see.
DK, what's happening, dude?
Hey, no, I just thought, since we're sharing Thor cosplays here.
Oh,
or am I-
Courtney.
okay.
Nice. Howdy,
I
sir.
did one recently for
Hi.
Hi, Courtney.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hey, Courtney.
Thank
Have you
you.
streamed with Dork Knight before? I can't remember. I'm not
I
sure if everyone's
have.
met everyone.
Okay, I
Yeah,
have.
because you
tried.
used
I
to
had the
be
other thing playing
court
where it's been
balls.
double.
Used to be court balls, right?
You called me court balls, yeah. It's
Yeah.
Turkish Fellowship of Oddballs.
Before
Yeah.
that, it was
Well,
Football.
yeah, I called you court balls, but yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
and some people have called me cod balls, which is gross
Wow.
because of C, the court, the initial like C oddballs or whatever. Gross.
Yeah.
I just missed all the best conversation. I could hear it. Where's the
Sorry,
picture?
Courtney. Well, your computer tried to do an update or something, or
I shut the update down and then I clean my Mac thing, which just when you turn your Mac back on. I have a MacBook Pro. When you turn it back
Yeah.
on, it's like
Oh well,
does that
that's
thing
your problem.
where it's like
if you're
installing
using-
your.
I
I
want
got
to
it
see.
for free from my old job.
I want to see the Dork Knight. By the way, great name, dude.
Thank
I
you.
want
Hi,
to see. I want to
Dork
see.
Knight.
I want to
Thank
see
you
the
very
Dork
much.
Knight's
My
cosplay,
Thor?
Thor cosplay. Yeah.
So I am actually. I should have found it first. I'm looking for it right now. So I'm actively
and
working.
here's
on it.
and this is for you, Courtney.
What?
That's
Oh,
Maddie's
you look
daddy.
Like, that just doesn't look real. You look like a real person. You're like
I am a real
you're
boy.
Thor.
Courtney,
You are a
right
real
now on
person.
my screen, she's talking like an Italian Western.
I don't get it.
Mark, I sent you 2 other ones, by the way.
Okay,
Now,
I'm
this
getting
was
those
like-
now. Yep.
This was like 2017. So I stopped working out after I got married and had kids and stuff. But I will get
These- These aren't
You had
great
to-
because I had to wear a mask. Here, I'll share my screen. Because it was a Make-A-Wish here in Vegas, and there's still a little.
Yeah.
This is a blue state.
You're in Vegas,
Yeah.
dude. I'm in Vegas.
Dude, what the heck?
Yeah, I'm Mountain's Edge area. Enterprise.
I live in Southern Highlands. I live in
You
Southern
can be
Highlands.
Thor.
Yeah,
Didn't I see you in the
right,
coffee
right.
shop this morning?
Awesome. The
Yeah,
Thors
you're right
of
down the road.
Vegas.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Twin.
Cool.
So here, where did it go? I'm looking for I just had it.
Come on, Dork Knight. Just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't seen you in a while. I have to give you some.
Oh, it's
There
all
we go.
good. So here we go. I just shared it. So there's a few pictures I'll go through, but it sucks because I had to wear a mask. So
Oh, that's a great
Oh,
costume.
yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah,
Ah, cool.
and that was the kid we were doing the Make-A-Wish for.
Oh, nice.
nice.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got a leash on.
No, wait, he's got that's oxygen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I'm
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Wow.
I can't get back to my StreamYard somehow, so I'm delayed seeing it now.
Yeah, I really hate they made me wear the mask, but it's all good.
You couldn't
Our
even grab
Captain,
one just for a picture.
our Captain America was really good. No, they have a really strict policy. I don't want to get.
Yeah, I want to
Those
get
are
into that
awesome.
here, but yeah.
I don't want to get all political, but
Yeah, let's not get in trouble. Yeah,
we got to get Sisolak out of office. To get rid of these.
That's
Dude,
a
you're
great
gonna
looking
fit right in
costume.
around here.
Yeah. So look
You
at
look-
yeah. So this
You guys
that's
look
probably a good.
identical.
Yeah. Nah. Well, he's got the real long hair. I'm clearly wearing a wig there. So
For
yeah.
my story, just briefly, Dork Night, is years ago my hair had gotten like down to here, and just from because I hate going, I'm lazy and stuff. And the woman that was cutting my hair said you should donate it because there's not enough blonde hair for little blonde girls with cancer.
Oh, okay.
And then so I was growing it, and then I lived in Reno at the time where everyone is married and nobody wants their husband to hang out with single guys. So my weekends were all alone. A friend of mine does, he's a fairly famous artist, and he does these Magic the Gathering card art stuff, which I don't know much about, but people at work were asking him for his autograph. And he was going to be at that Salt Lake Comic-Con. And I was like, oh, that's what I'll do in 2 weeks or whatever it was. I said, I need a costume. What can I do? And I'm like, idiot. You idiot. Because people were even calling me Thor because Steve is such a common name that nobody ever remembers it. Oh, yeah. So there's
you look huge there. My goodness gracious.
You're
going to squash Captain America.
I hate to call your attention to my thighs, but you can tell that I'm bending my knees.
Yeah.
The photographer said we're not getting
You're
the top of your head.
ginormous. Like
No, I'm only
you're like
about,
Hulk smash. Like
I'm only
big.
6'1". So his
Chris-
IMDb says 6 feet. I'm only 6'1", so he's like
he's
what,
5'10", 5'11".
He's lying.
No, he's like 5'9".
Hey, did you try to tell girls that were standing there? I'm his stunt arms.
Actually, let's just say there's a little bit of history with me and Wonder Woman.
Yes.
We sat
Very
down.
nice.
She
nice.
told me that she and her sister, both very, very nice young ladies, they said that they had tried to get you had to buy a ticket, take a picture with Chris Evans, and they said they couldn't get it. And I said, well, you can be in mine. And so and the rest was history. So,
Wow.
and
That
I'm
was
flexing
very
again
smooth.
here too.
I can tell the way she's holding onto your arm there.
Yeah.
She's all
you
up
just
on
met
that
these-
bicep.
You just met these women right then and there.
Well, I was in line for like 4 hours.
You were like you're getting girls for Chris Evans.
Actually, it's the weirdest thing. At Comic-Con, I am a god. In real life, I couldn't get a date in a prison with a handful of pardons. But
Oh man.
at Comic-Con, as a matter of fact, the first year I was there with my ex-wife, on the last day, I'm showing her around the upper levels where they would have, the classes on, whatever, how to, everything from how to legally sell your artwork to some sci fiction woman was a cook also.
Hey, I don't mean to cut you off. I'll be right back, guys. I'm not leaving, but I'll be right back.
Yep,
I'm so
it's in
sorry.
a minute. Yep.
Yeah.
Steve just said my favorite compound word a couple of times.
I did.
Ex-wife.
Which is?
That's why
I'm about to be one.
Well, apparently
That's
I slept with one of Claude's ex-wives. I don't remember which one. But,
She said you did, and you know what? When she left me, I went, you know what? Yeah. It's sort of like you went in my cabinet, got some of my Doritos. Okay. All right.
Well, dude, it never happened anyway. So
I know. I mean, look, she was a needy person, and here, I'll give you an example of what she was. I used to have a Beta Max machine, a recorder, Sony Beta Max. Oh, shut up! I was a pioneer. Anyway,
no. I thought when you said I used to have a Beta, I was expecting you to say, and his name was Klobby.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I had like all these Star Trek tapes on Betamax, and I'm sitting there watching one day. She goes, "How can you watch the same crap?" She didn't say crap. How can you watch the same crap over and over again? I said, "Because it's not crap." I said, "You listen to the same songs over and over again? That's different. It's just shorter." Ooh, I
And
like
she was
that song.
garbage.
Change the channel to this. I'm driving. Or you'd be
But see,
one.
like, I can't tell you my name for her, but I
No,
can.
you can give the initials.
I can't say her name, my name for her on this show.
You can say the initials, but everybody will
We
guess.
we can only imagine coming from Coffee.
Let me.
Hey,
so-
I want to ask. I got a special request from for Courtney, and I got everybody on the screen there. But I want Courtney to say, "You will pay for stealing my father's land," because I'm looking at this, and her mouth doesn't move, and then her voice comes through. It's like watching
stealing my father's land.
It's like watching an Italian Western because. I don't know if it's my computer or yours, but it's way out of
You can't see her anyway because there's a picture up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm here, but
we got to keep Wonder Woman up there.
Maybe later.
Yeah, Wonder Woman definitely tops.
So, Steve, was this before cell phones? Like, how are these ladies going to get this copy of this photo?
No, it wasn't that far.
You know how they were going to get it.
Well, I became involved with Wonder Woman, and I just printed out a copy of it.
Yeah, that was a typical Mark question. That was, if you've known me long enough, that was meeting them online. Like, how are you going to get this photo to these ladies?
Yeah, I've probably got it around here somewhere because I have a lot of my photos here.
Chris Evans is going great.
You know what you ought to do, since you're a guy that knows how to do this kind of photo manipulation with computers? Put in old Steve Rogers over his face. Like, hey, I came here with my grandpa.
Well, clearly, if I was good at that, I would got rid of that shadow of whatever it is over Chris Evans's. You see, it was screen right side of him. There's some sort of anyway. But look, I wanted to finish my story with so I'm with my wife at the con, and this I was talking about how like at the con I was a god, and in normal life I couldn't get a date underwater with a oxygen tank, but this young, like probably no older than 25 woman comes running up to me, gets on her knees like she has a ring in her hand, like she's proposing, and says, "Thor, I love you. Will you marry me?" And I quickly said, "Well, you'll have to ask and turned to my wife. Is it my wife?" Without missing a beat, this girl pivots on her knee, looks at Melanie, and says, "I'm okay with it if you are." Well, that usually gets a lot of laughs. Oh, I guess it's a visual. Anyway,
we're trying to be adults in here, Steve. Come on.
Since when?
I was actually laughing, but I was muted, and then I couldn't. I was typing on the chat on the YouTube side. I couldn't figure out how to get back.
I'm gonna need a catheter to keep feeding this comedy to me.
Yeah. So.
Or adult diapers work.
Mark, did you get the one with Dean Cain? Because
we got into that. Yep.
Kal-El also met him. Said he was also a super nice guy.
Yep. I'm just tweeting out the show again. So
yeah, Dean Cain makes a movie every few months, and nobody sees it because he doesn't make big Hollywood movies anymore. He made one across the river from where I live, and my friend Scott was in it with him, and Dean Cain was playing a deputy, and he had a prop gun. And he comes in, it's like my friend's talking to me, and Dean Cain leans in. He goes, "Claude Parrish, is that Claude Parrish you talked to? Hey, Claude Parrish, say thanks for all the Superman support." And he pulls out his gun and he shows it like, "I got to go."
That was before they had that thing where you would pay for people to whatever it's called, I forgot, but yeah, so that was really nice of the guy.
Yeah, it was.
So super nice guy.
That's a great quote to go with this picture. Because Kal-El, right before he took that picture, you should have turned the others and said, "Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?"
Well, but the movie was just about to come out, like a couple of weeks after that. So and I don't know.
No one had seen it, right? Yeah, because he's got his beard here, right? Yeah.
And he lost, like you could see he's not a big guy there. He stopped
weightlifting. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't lose it that quickly unless it's either steroids or CGI. But
he doesn't have a wide frame. Yeah, he doesn't have a big frame.
The interesting thing, and I don't know if everybody knows this, but the guy that plays the Winter Soldier is not American. He's from
Sebastian Stan.
Sebastian Stan, yeah, he's from Romania.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so this at the Q&A, this woman comes up and starts speaking this foreign language, and he looks at her. We're thinking he's going to say, "Hey, lady, what are you speaking?" And he starts responding to her, and then he turns to us and says, "In case you guys don't understand, she's talking to me in Romanian." Which was really cool. Now, I also met Sebastian Stan. He's also a very nice, down to earth guy, but Chris Evans is kind of full of himself, and it kind of shows.
He's a scumball.
I mean, if I look like that, I probably would be too.
Right there, he's just jealous because he's like, here, I'm supposed to be the international superstar, and these girls like this dude better than me. What am I supposed to do? I'm Captain America, damn it!
Oh, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say they liked me better. I think Wonder Woman knew that he did check out her booty though when we walked away.
He has a hand on both of them.
He is a man. I mean,
yeah. I mean, would you have a hand on both of them? I mean, yeah.
And you're standing there like my wife is taking this picture, so
no. They haven't. This is before I met. This is the year.
Oh, okay.
Before I met my wife.
But she decided, like, this dude's grabbing me. I better grab onto this guy so he doesn't take advantage. And you're going, of course I'm not going to touch you, young lady. I am Thor.
Yeah. Hey, Michelle. Hello there.
Hey,
and
Michelle.
Donnie.
Hey, Donnie.
Welcome. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Hi, Donnie. Hi, Michelle. Oh, we're back on. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
I like that picture.
Nice
Green
picture.
Lantern.
Nice pick. Green Lantern girl.
The female Green Lantern.
Hi, Kal-El.
The funny
Who would
thing
win,
is
Green Lantern or Thor?
In Titus Day.
Not gotta.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, if it's that Green Lantern, she wins.
Yeah, she was like 19, but you know,
with thighs like that, she could
That's legal.
pull like an on the top from Bond kind of. Fatality.
Courtney, it's not just the thighs.
Well, it's just the thighs.
Actually, I should have sent you one of. I should have sent Mark one of. There was a woman dressed as slave girl Leia.
Oh my!
You get me banned?
No. It's.
We're not allowed to say
joking,
that word anymore. Is that another word that we can? Yeah, I guess so.
This woman makes me look like a wimp because she was in such good shape, and she did this thing where you could pose with her, but she would ask for a donation, and it was for the families of fallen police officers, which was really cool. So, but she was amazing.
Nice.
So, hey, Maddie's daddy, if you're here in Vegas, why did you not go to Unicon?
Unicon.
So I've only been here since 2020. I've been in lockdown the whole time, pretty much, and I've never heard of Unicon.
So it's only their second year, but this Saturday was the 14th annual Las Vegas Valley Comic Book Festival, and I was there as well. Like that would have,
yes.
That was yesterday. You got to link up with me, man. I'm in all of this stuff in Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do that. And it's funny because so I have a little girl by the name Maddie's daddy. So I usually. Oh, thank you. Actually, yeah, it's better to look at her anyway. She's much cuter. She's older than this now, but she's 2.
Yeah.
Oh, Courtney, she yesterday she said "I love you" to me for the first time.
Aww.
Oh, my.
Are you kidding?
Nice.
Are you kidding? Did you say "I love you" or was it cute baby talk?
It was, but you can definitely understand it.
So cute. It's the best.
It's like
you must have felt amazing.
So Maddie's daddy, the picture that's showing up instead of my face right now, that's the logo to the charity I'm a part of. You can look us up. But that's what because I actually don't cosplay. I'm the marketing director, but they asked me if I would be willing because I'm not like fat, but I'm slightly chunky, and they were like,
mentally challenged.
There you go. So they were like,
cosplayers.
Yeah, right. I like it. It's cool. I don't like the hyphen, but whatever. That was not my call. I'm just the marketing director. That's so. I try to explain to them. You know how hard it is to SEO hyphenated words. It's just like
dude, definitely let's I'll give my contact information to you. You are clearly in contact with Mark I can give my contact information to Mark and or Claudia or whoever.
Yeah, I mean, my screen name is also my Twitter handle. The only Mark and I, we just do through Twitter, so you can just hit me up on Twitter. My DMs should be open because
not on Twitter.
I'm a slit. Oh, okay. That's fine.
I'm a Twitter. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I'm not on Twitter. So anyway,
I have a question though. Am I allowed to come to Vegas if you guys are hanging out?
Anytime.
Yeah,
of course you are.
Because I won't go to Vegas anymore because I don't drink and I don't have fun people to go with.
I don't drink.
I don't mind other people drinking.
I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I try to avoid.
But you
it
are
all
too.
costs.
Me
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
I'm not, but I've never.
Oh, I'm blocked. I was just gonna say high five.
I'm not a recovering alcoholic. I'm just no fun.
I'm high fiving behind. I can't reach that high.
Here we go. Here we go.
High five. Oh, I was trying to. High
five. So who? Oh wow, this is cool. He found the web. I made this website. Yeah.
Great cause.
Yeah, I do the. I handle their Twitter. Our vice president handles Facebook and Instagram because I hate those platforms. I'm only on Twitter, basically. I mean, I'm on the other ones because I have to be for the charity, like to communicate. But
the only thing I'm on is Facebook, and that's basically to keep in touch with Claudia and Claude. Well, not even Claude anymore because Claude.
He's off now. Yeah, he left it, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's useful for that. So they're useful for keeping in touch with people.
And that's the only reason I'm on it, So
yeah.
But I'm glad because now I get to know all you fine people.
If you go to the
sorry,
go ahead.
A friend and Courtney as well.
So if you go to the blog area.
Okay, I'll go back up top.
Yeah, hit blog. This is
really this link in the chat. Actually, let me.
Oh, thank you. I should just call this photo gallery, but these are all these are the photos from all the events, and I'm only 2 behind. I've got to put up photos from a triathlon we just did, and then this weekend's Unicon. But I won't even have the Unicon photo probably till Wednesday.
So, do you know Viva Wonder Woman?
I do. Funny story. So for 8 years, I was the marketing director for Critical Care Comics. Viva Wonder Woman used to be a part of that group before she started Heartfelt Heroes. And then she disbanded Heartfelt Heroes and kind of let us kind of gave us all all the stuff that she was doing. But I don't, to my knowledge, I don't think she's active anymore.
She moved to Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Okay.
I did some stuff with her. I took some great pictures with her too. But she.
She's great. I mean, it's she looks great as Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Actually, Mark, I just sent you a picture of me with a Wonder Woman, a different Wonder Woman.
Okay.
This is what we're talking about, and she did a lot of charity. She would, as Dork Knight knows, she would get businesses to donate little Thor hammers or little Wonder Woman tiara and bracelets, and she would go to children's hospitals.
Yeah, she's got
with various other cosplayers, and it's a great cause. So I'm totally down with any. I need to get back in shape because it's been 3 years since I've been in a gym, but I can do it.
If we're always looking for more volunteers, and we need a Thor with real hair. So come on, man, because I don't want to do that. Because that was the only time I've ever cosplayed. Because I do people it's a bummer because a lot of people in our group don't understand how much work I do I do all the photos. So I'm there at the events taking the photos. I do all the social media. I do the internet ads. I do the website, and I manage the Twitter. It's I put in a ton of time, but they don't I've only done one event as a cosplayer, you know what I mean? And it's just not it's not why I do it. A lot of people do this kind of stuff because they like to dress up. I do it because I want to just the stuff that I've been through in my life and with my children. I want to help the kids. You know what I mean? And I'm best suited to help. In the backstage area. You know what I mean? That's where my talents lie. That's what I've been doing for 25 plus years is internet marketing and stuff. So This was a
good
fun
in that costume, though.
Well, thank you. It was my first and so far only time cosplaying, but it was fun. I mean, I've done
fun though, right? Yeah.
Oh no, it was fun. And I've dressed up like for Halloween. I've done Mankind. I've done from WWF. I've done Ash from Evil Dead, and it actually looked really good. I might actually have to pull that up, but those weren't like those aren't exactly kid friendly costumes. You know what I mean? Those were Halloween costumes, but they still look pretty dope.
Mark, I sent you some more pictures. A couple of them are for Klobby or you, because I don't think anybody else would understand who the ladies are cosplaying. But
let's see. Well, we can. I'm sure our chat will figure it out.
And then one for Dork Knight, who will recognize Viva. What a great lady she is.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, she's
she's not just.
I love your wife. I love her. Is that who we're talking about, Dork Nightly?
No.
We're
We're
talking about a mutual friend.
We're talking about a mutual friend. Yeah,
who does cosplay.
Sorry, I'm doing this to myself.
It's okay.
No, I get you. I get it. You tuned us out. We get it. We were probably having a side conversation that was more. Hale, Donnie Pearson, Hale, Pleasant Valley Picker, Michelle O'Rourke, Johansson, or do you say Johansson?
Hey.
Whoever else I missed, hail to you people.
Hey, Pleasant Valley.
You fine people.
I wish I could prove how I can roll my R's.
Another Pleasant Valley.
Nice.
Every time Pleasant Valley comes on, I hear that song in my head. Pleasant Valley Sunday, for those of you who are old enough to.
I always think of
Is that the Monkeys?
That's the American Picker show when I see Picker.
Oh yeah.
That's because you're roughly as old as my socks, Courtney.
How old do you think I am?
Very young.
15.
I'll show you. Here, I'll do another one.
Courtney, you're a woman. I'm never going to answer that question.
I'm younger than 50.
But yes, exactly.
How stupid do I look?
Don't answer that question.
Don't answer. Don't do it. The little man inside your head's going, no.
So this is from, unfortunately, Cheese Boy Comics isn't around anymore, but this was from a Halloween comic fest with Cheese Boy Comics. So I did the Cactus Jack Mankind mashup, and that's my son as Ant-Man. And then this is me as corporate Mankind at the Nerd Bar and standing in front of the Cactus Jack thingy there.
That's a wrestler for people out there who don't know.
Yeah. And then that's me with the so because this was a bar event, I was allowed to be Mankind for this. So, but you can obviously see we got
Raven,
Raven, Frozone,
Frozone, yeah, there you go.
Doctor Strange,
nice.
And then that's just me with Mr. Sacco. So yeah,
what a character in wrestling he was, guy.
Yeah, right.
He was one of the best. Yeah, and they did that one season of his the reality show with him. His daughter was trying to become a
Holy
Foley.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Didn't get I guess it just ended. I guess right. It got canceled. I'm assuming.
Well, my understanding was she got injured, so they stopped. Because it was all about. It's kind of like a documentary following her venturing into the wrestling world, but then she got injured and decided I don't want to wrestle. So
so she dropped out. Okay, I was wondering where's the second season? Yeah. What happened? Yep. So here we go. Here's some Wonder Woman.
Hey, that's her. There you go. Yeah.
I actually did a thing with her where it's on her Instagram where she spun around in her regular clothes and then she spun around as Wonder Woman and I put the visual effects and stuff, the explosions.
Yeah.
That's a great picture.
She's a sweetheart. She's really. She's not just another good-looking woman. She's a very sweet woman.
She's very active in the Mormon community. She's very good with kids. Yep. She's got a great heart. She really does. She's a good human. She really is.
I think I can actually send this to you, Mark, without getting in trouble. Like I did the visual effects. I'm sending you one more. You see what you did, Courtney? You started sharing your pictures, and now I just can't stop.
My dog trusting
Mark.
Yep. There's Storm.
That's the comic book accurate Storm, more or less.
That's a good cosplay. Well, Storm has had a lot of different outfits throughout the years.
Yeah.
too,
But
so.
this one's kind of the one I think of.
Say again?
This costume with the headdress, and I'm actually pointing at with my mouse like an idiot. See
Yeah, the
where my
headdress looks
cursor is?
great.
Yeah. So, and she was a sweetheart too. And then there was another one that I think only Bobby will get.
Okay, let me go to the next one.
If it's the one with the woman.
Is that who the heck is that? That's not Domino, is it?
Is
Because
that-
she would have the cover.
That's Domino, I think.
No.
It's not
No.
Riri Williams.
Not
Is it?
Riri Williams, no.
No. Think Iron Fist, guys.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh,
It's Colleen
Misty
Whitney.
Knight. Colleen
Misty
Whitney.
Knight. Misty Knight, sorry.
Misty
Misty
Knight.
Knight.
Comic book
Yeah.
accurate. Misty
She
Knight.
does
That's-
look like Domino from the, but
Well, the
Oh, yeah, the
face is
robot
all
arm.
wrong. You know. You
yeah,
gotta
Misty
have
Knight.
the-
There you go. That's right. Well, that's cool.
Well, it works for me though. It's fun. The woman that took this picture was the Storm, and she was like trying to like hook us up together.
I mean, I never
"Ooh,
remember
y'all
her
look
arm
sexy
being
together."
gold like that exactly, but no, that's a great cosplay.
Well, you know, it's a homemade cosplay.
No,
and,
it's
you know,
nice.
Not everybody's going to spend $300 in 3 years to make theirs like this idiot with the long blonde hair.
Very nice.
But yeah, that was actually Clobby. That was the year that we went to the one in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, Wizard. That was when we went with Nicole. She met Jason Momoa. We all got together. That was the same year, huh?
Right.
That was fun, man.
That's right. Yep. And she has a story to tell, which we won't, but yeah, see,
Momo.
Hungry knew.
Yeah, that's
Can
anyone
you
who reads
hear me?
comics should know that.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked that Clobby didn't.
So
she didn't never have a costume, dude. She wore normal clothes all the time.
wasn't her arm silver in the comics too? Her
Yes.
robotic arm, it was silver, right?
I mean, that's the color
Kinda
scheme
like-
of Iron Man, for God's sake. She looked more like Domino to me. So sorry. She never had a
I
costume.
said
If
I
you
said
put a
Domino
costume in
first.
front of me, I have a better chance. But if it's just somebody, just
Yeah.
Did Domino
Misty
have the
didn't
shoulder,
costume.
shoulder holster?
I think so. I don't know.
Okay.
But in other words, Misty never had a costume. So wow.
No, she did in some formats. She actually
She
did.
wore some fancy clothes
A
now.
lot of times she wore a black bodysuit with the boob window.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
Which I'm all for. I mean, being a pig, but
So there's Domino there, yeah. So a lot of times she had holsters and weapons.
Oh,
obviously.
okay.
This is the more
Remember they
modern
changed it for the
Domino.
movie. Yeah, for the Deadpool too.
She was great in the movie. I loved the character in the movie.
So we're doing Pause in the Park November 12th. The Walk to Defeat ALS November 13th. So yeah, man, if you want to,
I'll post that out.
Maddie's daddy, if you want to join us,
if there's Saturdays, I have my daughter.
Okay.
Sundays I can do. No, wait. Is that right? No, I take that back. Saturdays I'm free. We switched it this week, so I'm a little confused. Saturdays I'm free. Sundays I have my daughter, which I could always. No, I can't bring her. She's too little. I have to keep an eye on her every second.
Okay. Well, the 12th is a Saturday. The 13th is a Sunday.
All right, get my Facebook or or my email, or I can even send my phone number. I don't know if you're in touch with Clobby or whoever, but Clobby has
I'm not sure if Clobby and I follow. I know Mark and I do. I'm not.
Yep.
Okay.
I think we do, dude. I can't remember, man. It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah.
I
know,
will-
man.
You can find me
I will,
anytime.
Yeah, there she is
Glad to
wearing.
help.
That's kind of close.
Glad to
it's got
help.
the red.
Yeah.
That's the pit. Yeah, her on
Yeah, and
Cage.
there's the one with the boob window behind her. Yeah.
Well, okay. Clobby, we follow each other. I'm gonna message you right now so you can send me.
You got it, but you got.
So you can give my Facebook or email or phone number, Clobby, and then we can. We're in the same town and do similar stuff, so we might as well.
You're probably like 5 minutes away from me because if you're in Mountain's Edge, I'm in Southern Highlands.
Hang on, I'll be there in a second.
You want me to send
Could
him
you
the
keep
phone
it down
number?
over there, please?
Yeah, you can send. Hang on, I'll be right there.
Do you want me to send him your phone number? I will. It's up to you.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
All right, cool. We'll do.
I'm not,
So this
I'm
kind
not-
of
I'm
works.
I'm not
a
really worried
short
about.
and steak sandwich.
Not going anywhere.
Thor
near that
sandwich.
comment.
You got the fat Thor and you got the hot Thor.
Not anymore. No,
I've been called a chubby chaser before.
We've got right now it's 2 fat Thors, but in 6 months I could have the body back.
I'm not going after you. I love your wife. I already mentioned that when we were talking about a different person.
And clobber times. This is why you didn't get it, because this is a newer costume. So see the gold arm and the
it's modern dribble. Okay,
that's more modern.
Oh, it's lovely.
Although she's not
girl,
showing off her
costume.
midriff area, so that's
Well, that's most of us don't keep that area. You're not seeing mine either. Ain't no abs under that 2 inches.
You notice how you're showing off your arms. I had mine covered. I used the whole.
There's some midriff. Yeah.
She's a lovely woman, and it's a lovely cosplay.
Yeah.
And she was actually really nice. But the Storm, she's the kind of person you just want to hug right off the bat. She was just sunshine. You can see it in her face, that big smile. I mean, she was just a sweetheart. Yeah, so, and you,
Nice.
Mark, did you get the video of Wonder Woman transforming?
Let me check my my messenger here.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hijack the thing with my.
No, this is fun. No, this is fun. Yeah, let's
I
see.
was going to say you guys could go back talking about sports ball, and I'll go get a sandwich or something.
Sports ball.
The Phillies lost.
We're not guilty of that tonight, dude.
What all were you guys talking about? What was scheduled? Like, I'm guessing you guys have already talked about Black Adam last week or 2 weeks ago, or
yeah,
I got a new toy from a Happy Meal.
Mark doesn't do scheduling on the Sunday nighter. There, we just
we're kind of
talking
random
about food.
Yeah, it's free. It's free form, kind of zen.
Well, have you guys? I saw Black Adam for the second. So my I've got a couple of friends here from out of town, from North Carolina visiting. And I've been hosting them. But tonight they wanted to go out again, and I'm like, bro, I'm 43. I can't do this every damn night. You guys
You're
go.
just a child.
You're younger than me.
You guys go.
You're
Well,
just
I
a
mean,
child.
I'm, tell that to all this white hair on my face. So anyway, I just wasn't up for it. So they went out, but last night he hadn't seen Black Adam yet, and I was like, "Oh my god, dude, I love this movie. Let's go see it." So I'm just curious. Like, clearly, I just said I love the movie. What did you guys think of it?
I haven't seen it because I had the vid and I wasn't
I
allowed to
haven't
go to
seen
the
it.
movie theater.
I
I've
like
heard
that you
friends
call it
that
the same
liked
thing
it.
I do, Mark. I refer to it as that too.
I haven't seen it yet, but Klobby said it didn't suck, which for you and me is.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just okay. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And my buddy Eric, who is very hard to please, so he took me to some movie like a couple nights ago that was terrible, called The Banshee it was some movie with Colin Farrell, Banshees of Inisherin something.
If it's not Susie and the Banshees, who cares, right?
It was the most pointless movie I had ever seen in my life. It was weird. So the whole movie is about a dude getting butt hurt because another dude decided to not be his friend, but then the dude that decided to not be his friend was so crazy about the other dude trying to rekindle the friendship that he cut his fingers off every time the dude would talk to him.
Wow.
It was just the weirdest most pointless movie. So after that, I was like, dude, we gotta see a good movie. Have you seen Black Adam yet? And then he got mad at me because the whole final act is basically Black Adam fighting a demonic looking Satanish creature, and he's super Christian.
No.
And he liked the movie overall, but he was just like, that scene could have been,
I just my problem is that I think Black Adam should be a bad guy.
Well, he really is. The real deal is.
Yeah, I mean,
the way they do the movie is really cool, man. The whole movie, you think it's one way, and then they kind of have a twist where you're like, oh.
Yeah, he's not the comics when you're thinking about there, Steve. As I told you, he's the later iteration from
I'm
90s, early 80s. I mean,
yeah, I'm semi up on that, but if Black Adam isn't a villain, then either him or Captain Marvel, not Shazam, Captain Marvel. One of them is superfluous. If he's not a villain, if he's not the anti Captain Marvel.
Well, see, Shazam. doesn't kill people.
No, I'm
But-
talking. To me, Shazam is the wizard. I'm
Captain Marvel's the real
old
deal.
school.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so
He
Captain
did in that
Marvel-
cereal. He shot that crap out of a bunch of guys in that old 40 cereal.
Yeah, the old movie cereal for the
Gatling
40s.
gun.
Yeah, I remember.
Adventures of Captain Marvel. Boy,
I'm
Remember he
talking-
threw
so-
a guy off a roof, and in the parody version, they dubbed in words like "They need you in the street." No,
Dude, one of the funniest parts, and this really doesn't spoil anything. One of the funniest parts in Black Adam is Black Adam takes his dude and he chucks him, right? And then Dr. Fate shows up and he's like, "Hey, let me talk to the prisoner." And he's like, "You can't." He's like, "Oh, did you kill him?" And then like you hear the guy, I don't think he made it. It was really funny.
Well, that is from the Captain Marvel serial. Then yeah. Here we go. Here's Wonder Woman, guys. Very cool.
That is our friend Viva Wonder Woman.
Viva.
Yeah. Laura,
Woman with a heart of gold. She's more beautiful on the inside than she is on the outside.
And
Like a
she
TARDIS?
doesn't not doing it anymore or what?
Not in Vegas. She went through some personal issues. I think she got a
Right.
divorce and moved away, and she might be doing it again wherever she's at now. I don't know, but
She is. I see her on Instagram. She puts pictures up. So
Oh, you see
Okay.
her on Instagram. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, she's
Yes.
she's in Salt Lake City, where she's from.
okay.
So, to me, so Dork Knight, as everyone is so sick of me saying, I've become friends with a guy who played Captain Marvel in 70s TV named John Davey, and that to me is kind of how I will always see Captain Marvel.
No, I get it. Hey, man, is your foot okay? You dropped that name pretty hard. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I mean, no, I'm surprised. Do you know the name?
No.
You ever heard of him?
No.
He's not a big star, but he's a good guy. He's a really good guy.
You were still name dropping though, so it applies. So it's fine.
I was insulted by Jackson Bostwick one time for giving him a
I
gift.
can name drop.
Yeah, it's Claude.
I'm like a kid.
Claude
I
and
can do that.
so Claude and there was another guy preceding John who played Captain Marvel named Jackson Bostwick, who I was a big fan of, and then I heard Claude say this.
Well, I brought him a caricature that I did of him, and it was cheesy. It was George Reeves looking down on him from heaven, saying, "Nice work, kid," and it was him looking up, and he goes, "That didn't even look like me. It was like crap." And I went, "It's a caricature." He goes, "Here," and he handed it back to me. He turned around and walked away. Like, there is a certain Jason Momoa. Boom. Okay, I moved my foot just in time. Jason Momoa took a caricature that I did of him and Scooby Doo, because a friend of mine does the voice of Scooby Doo. Anyway,
Somebody's ringing my doorbell. I'll be right back. This is weird. Okay.
No,
Oh, wow.
stay safe.
anyway, not that it matters, but anyway, he has two boxes that he puts behind his table. One of them is he called the crap box, but again, he didn't say crap. And the other one is a box of stuff he wants to keep. And he put my my drawing of him in there, and they made posters of it to for a charity. I forgot what charity it was, but what I got for it was he signed one for me, and he signed my DC Aquaman book. So that was cool.
Nice.
Cool.
No, that's
But I've never met John Davey. I keep hearing talk about what a great guy he is, and
yeah, you'd like him.
Jackson Bostwick is just not.
He treats his fans really, really, as does Michael Gray, the guy that played Billy Batson.
Yeah.
Treats his fans really, really well. I also know somebody else, Claude, who said that he asked Jackson Bostwick to sign a comic book or that Treasury edition that he was on the cover of.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't do it. He would only sell you one.
Yeah, for $300.
That was
Yeah,
Wes. Our buddy Wes had that happen to him at Dragon Con.
I'm not. Yeah, apparently it's
He brought it to him and wanted just to sign it, and he goes, "No, I'm selling it," and he wanted $100 for it. So, and just he said, "Can you just sign this one?" He still wanted $100.
Yeah. Well,
It's nuts.
Michael Gray. I told him about how that was my introduction to comics, and had I not gotten into comics, I never would have become a fan of Lou Ferrigno and learned about lifting weights. I'd probably be dead by now. You know, in my family, we die young of heart disease.
Yeah.
And Michael Gray said, "Wow," he said, "take a picture. Just grab one. Take one you want. I'll sign it for you, no charge." You know, so those two guys really are just super nice guys, and they treat their fans very, very well.
Yeah.
And
It's
there are
always
some
fun
people who do not.
when you meet somebody like that, that you know that you've seen them places, and suddenly they're nice, and you didn't expect it.
Right.
It's always
Well,
a nice surprise, right?
I
Yeah.
was expecting Carl Urban to be a nice guy, and he would be to like Jill or Raquel or Courtney, but not to Clobby or Mark or.
I wonder
You
why.
see where I'm going with this? Yeah, he was a jerk to me. He was just a, take your
Because
take
you were threatening him. You were
Yeah.
you were gonna pick up some of the girls that he was aiming
Yeah.
for, maybe.
I don't
Just
even know
kidding.
what I did. I don't even know what I did with that picture I took with him. I don't even know if I have it anymore. I'd rather keep the ones with John. I mean,
Well, Dork was asking if we do have anything planned, but normally what I do is I just, when I make my background here, I just kind of pick some of the things that I watched during the week and, just random. So if we do ever get to talk about it, but I did watch Confess Fletch the other night.
Yeah.
And that was damn good. And that was a successful date night movie, I might add, because a lot of times it's tough to pick out something that the missus and I both will enjoy. So if you remember Chevy Chase's version of Fletch, this is
it's great.
which is awesome. Great movies. But as Mike was saying, there's much. I haven't read the book, but you were saying it was much more.
It's adapted
adhered
for
to
the
book.
second book. Yeah.
Yeah. It's closer to the book, and they took some stuff from the first book and put it in the Chevy Chase movie, but it's still off a little bit. Still funny. The next Fletch movie though was just I don't know where the hell that came
I
from.
liked it, but it was still it was something.
But John Hamm, I did not think I was going to like him as Fletch, and I really did.
Yeah,
I mean, he's great with the one-liners, the comebacks. And like, how long have you been drinking? Oh, since about 13.
And the thing is, Ham, became I guess he's close to our age. And this just as Claude and I did back when those movies came out, we became big fans of the movies, so we read the books. He did the same thing apparently. And then when it came to push to get this made, he gave it like 60% of his usual pay because he wanted to make this movie so bad.
Yeah.
He also wanted to play Superman.
Probably could have.
I thought he wanted to play Batman. Maybe it was both. I don't know. Yeah.
Or was it Batman? Maybe it was Batman.
I think it may have been Batman. But
it may have been Batman. Yeah.
He's really good as Fletch. He's not really like Fletch is described in the book. Yeah.
He can play anything.
He's not really like Fletch is described in the book so much, but neither is Chevy Chase.
Yeah, they changed some characters up. Grizz is based. That's a guy in the book, and the detective.
That's Grizz
is Flynn from the books.
Yeah, see the character that Grizz is playing. Yeah, like Claude said, they spun off a series of books about him, but he was called Flynn, right? He's nothing like that.
No, Grizz is his assistant. That was
this is Grizz here.
Yeah, the one that said your favorite line in the first Flynn book
that's right.
that you can't repeat.
Yeah.
But look, let me tell you, everybody who knows him knows it. He watches his mouth in public. But
yes,
he's aware of these words. Somebody says, "Do you swear?"
Yes, yeah.
No, but I know all the words. But he opens up this book. It's Flynn. It's the first Flynn book by Gregory McGill. He opens it up, and somehow his eyes went right to this thing a guy was saying, and it was all swear words.
I won't say it here. But I remember where we were the day I did it. We were at my dad's lot, and I sent it right to show you the book. But he's talking about a book series called Flynn, which spun off from the Fletch books, and the character was in Confess Fletch, but they took him totally out of this movie, and they changed it to the
other guy.
cop. Yeah,
that's not Flynn. That's like a placeholder or whatever.
That's a shame.
So if anyone hasn't seen this movie, it's it's a murder mystery, obviously.
Yeah.
So and Fletch is a reporter, but he's kind of a pseudo detective in the movie. I wouldn't say it's like a Knives Out kind of movie, but some of the humor that the Fletch humor is really well done. But it's a whodunit, and we were just in Rome this last year. So the funny thing was, seeing the opening scene is in Rome, and like we walked there, like we stopped it a couple times. It's like we'd actually been in a lot of the places they were in, and like one of the side streets was kind of like near where we stayed. We're like paused. It was like who cares, right? But it was just that part was fun to see them in Rome. But the humor in this is great. Ham is great, and there's a lot of twists and turns, and it's a fun. And it was, I don't know how well it did. Was it in movies or was it the theaters? Or was
have
it
a limited theatrical release, but it was released. It was co-released though at the same time.
Oh, it was streaming too at the same time.
Yeah, it was. The thing about Gregory McDonald's writing is the mysteries are relatively simple. All of them.
Hey guys, I'm back. I actually like that movie a lot. I thought he did a really good job.
Yeah, he did.
As Fletch and Mark D. I do the same thing when I watch Vegas movies. So it's all
I was there. Yeah. Like, hey, where's that? Yep. Yeah. But yeah, and this character for the reporter was great too. His buddy,
that's his boss.
His old boss. Yeah. So
he's from Mad Men. It's a Mad Men reunion right there.
Yeah, he's fantastic character actor. And then in the end, he gives him one of the it's a painting. There's all these trying to track down paintings, and there's
that's Howard
did the countess do it, or did the daughter do it, or did the doctor do it, aka Robert Picardo, the hologram, and who's going after the paintings, and of course in the end. Well, it's a minor spoiler. Fletch sends his buddy one of the paintings. He's like, "Why'd you send me that old crappy, ugly painting?" And at the end of the phone conversation, he's like, "You might want to have that appraised." And you hear him yelling like, "Where's the trash? Who's got the trash?"
And he's got a Picasso on his boat.
Yeah, he's got Picasso's wife.
We got really into those Fletch books in the 80s because of the movie, because of the books, which are very different from the movies, and there were really some good books. And
yeah. I know this is gonna. I really thought this was a truer portrayal of Fletch.
It is
from the books than the Chevy Chase movies. Even though I love the Chevy Chase,
he did borrow a little from Chevy Chase. When the detective says something is around the corner, and he goes, "Where the fudge is made," just like one of those little Popeye asides.
Yep, where the fudge is made. And this character was fantastic. The crazy fish feeding lady next door, and she's making dinner, and she cuts herself with a knife.
Oh, the pothead, that chick was a trip. Oh
she's
God.
like, the knife is so sharp. I didn't even feel that. And he's like, "You're gonna eat that?" And the dog is peeing everywhere. Like, he just pees when he gets hungry. And then the dog, she drops all her pots out onto the floor, and the dog's like walking over the pots. And she just puts one on the stove and throws the food into it.
Stove catches on fire.
Yeah, it's on fire. It's like, okay, I'm gonna leave. I'll see myself out.
Yeah, it's a shame they didn't put Flynn in there though. So go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the only problem is that his condo's attached to hers, so if hers burns down, he's burning down too. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Mike?
Well, they could have, Flynn again. Flynn is a character introduced in the first Confetch Flesh book that had spin-off books, and it would have been cool if they had put him in this, and then they could have made it, because he was a good character too.
It might be considered a separate property because
the first book's different. The first book is a separate property.
Yeah, Flynn. The Buck passes Flynn and Flynn's End.
Flynn's End, yeah.
And then he did Fletch Reflected. Son of Fletch and Fletch Reflected, which was Fletch's son by his first wife.
Yeah. I guess also that the first Fletch book, for some reason they said I saw a thing on Film Threat site on the Film Fight show. One of the guys said that the first book they don't have the rights to. For some reasons, but the second one's Fletch they do. So I don't know what
happens. All these rights issues and who's got the rights to what, and
because of the first movie, I think.
But this was really fun, and and I was happy, and I was like, great, something the wife actually liked with me. It wasn't a superhero movie, or something sci-fi. I hope so too. Yeah. So hopefully, the problem with streaming though, it kills the box office.
It does. So I don't know if they'll get another one, but I would have. I'd love to. I actually really, really enjoyed this movie.
You could. At least it's probably not too expensive, so there's a chance they might do another one.
Yeah.
Well, let me give you a little example about the box office. Okay, the first weekend of Black Adam, $27.5 million. That doesn't sound like a lot compared to what we've heard before. 2002, Scooby Doo, the live-action Scooby Doo movie, first weekend, $56 million, national.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Was Black Adam wasn't streaming at all though, right?
Like,
It was only in
wow.
theaters, right?
No, I
No.
don't think so.
Like,
Oh.
wow, man.
Something to look for, and I didn't think I was going to. The Christmas Story Christmas with the original cast on November 17th on HBO Max. Looks okay.
Yeah, there's a trailer. Yeah, so we saw it.
And it's Peter Billingsley.
He's
as
back,
Ralphie.
right? Does he have
And
both
his
eyes?
mom- Yeah. Yeah, he does. And his mom, Darren McGavin, of course, they talk about him in the trailer. But he's the only person they couldn't dig up for a cameo.
Well, it's Christmas Story for everyone knows that pretty well. But that's
Story.
when he wants the Red Ryder BB gun. So,
Yeah.
and the
You're
line
walking
is
past
You'll
it.
shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah.
You
Never
walk
saw
past
it.
the TV that's on TBS from October to January. You saw it.
Wait, did you guys hear me say that?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yep, we did. Yep.
I did not.
I thought my mic wasn't working.
No, you.
I'm sorry. I've been
heard you.
searching backpack down here looking for.
Is
the
your mic
plug-in.
really fragile?
Well,
Fragile.
there'd be things that I've never used. and
That
so
was a
if I-
joke, bad joke from the movie Fragile.
Oh.
Look at the
Well,
package.
MC
I'm
call
very
McLaughlin in forever, by
tired.
the way. That's okay. We know.
No, I'm just trying to make an excuse for being a dumb dog.
No, I probably said it wrong too, but that's
Doing
in the
great.
box. They got the box. They're like, it's from Fragile, right?
Yeah.
They're trying
Oh,
to-
Major
yeah.
award.
Here we go.
Does it have an accent aigu over the e?
Oh, here we go. Christmas Story.
Then it would be
I'm sure it'll-
fragile.
I
No,
have
is it
never
Christmas story?
seen.
Oh, I
I've
should
never
know this.
seen more than 15 minutes of this movie.
Yeah, a lot of people
I don't
haven't.
remember.
I never watched it either.
Yeah, so there's
Oh,
there's the lamp. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's from
My old roommate
Fragile.
had a mini version of that.
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Oh, I thought it was for
Market
Guile.
for Gilly.
Yeah.
Or for
Fragile.
Gilly?
Market
Yeah,
for Gilly.
something like
That's
That's the Marx
Fragile.
Brothers.
Marx Brothers. Yeah.
For Gile.
If I could walk that
be
way with
Italian.
me talking powder.
Yada yada.
Ah.
And he was going to make $1 bazillion selling these lamps. Yep. Problem was
He
those
loved
lamps couldn't
that
Corey
lamp.
Apple too. But all right, that's
He
another
loved the
bad
lamp.
joke.
I love lamp. That was a bad joke.
Yeah, well, that's a honeymooners joke thrown in there, but yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so
Mine was
definitely
Anchorman.
Confess Fletch is a thumbs up. I guess we're gonna give it a thumbs up here in the panel.
Yes. And, yeah, very entertaining. Good to see. I was surprised. And yeah, I hope we get another one.
And God, what was the guy's name? The guy used to be on Twin Peaks.
Yeah, Cloud McLaughlin's, and it was
Dune.
nice to see
Dune.
Cloud McLaughlin.
Yeah,
Valiant
Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Last
such a
time-
germaphobe in it. He was like, no, this had nothing to do with COVID. The beginning of
Yeah.
touchscreens.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah,
funny
that's right.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that
I
becomes a
was
plot
such a
point in the
germaphobe.
movie.
Yeah.
In the beginning of all that.
And she was delightful, very
Oh,
cute. Yep. And Marcia Gay Harden is
Yeah.
hysterical too. She's
called him
awesome.
Flesh, just like in the book.
Yeah.
And then then she's in bed in his apartment. She gets to his apartment. She's like, "Just this one time, okay? You can sleep with me." He's like,
Yeah.
"No way! What are you crazy?" And he's like, "You passed the
passed the
test. You can
test."
marry my daughter now."
Yeah.
That's like the whole time she wanted to sleep with him. You know,
Yeah.
He's obviously.
Well, I mean, it's Fletch. Apparently, he's just adorably, undeniably, oozing machismo. So,
Yeah.
In the first book, and I don't think they may not have mentioned it in the movie. In the first movie, he was supposed to go somewhere to collect a bronze star or a silver star, and he kept putting it off. And he met Alan, what's his name, the guy that Tim Matheson played. He met him in I think it was Vegas.
Yeah.
He said somebody, you got somewhere to go? He said, I'm supposed to go pick up a bronze star. And he goes, what's stopping you? He goes, I don't know. I don't feel like getting it. He goes, son, if you served your country, if you did something like that, you need to go get it. And he said, I'll think about it. And he never got it. That's a little backstory on Fletch, because I'm guessing it was the Vietnam?
Yeah, it
It
was.
couldn't have-
This
it-
book
it-
was
it-
written in the late 70s. I mean, yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And hail to Tiger Stripes. And
Hey, Tiger Stripes.
Hail
Pleasant
Tiger
Vice's
Stripes.
Christmas Story is a classic. Yeah, that's one of the all-time greats. And
Hi,
one of
I
my
Tiger
demand that
Stripes.
everybody watch Christmas Story now.
well, wait till after the
When he
show's
comes
over.
Oh,
down
after
in
the
bunny,
show.
in the bunny suit, oh my gosh, and they just start laughing. Like she's like, it's so cute.
And one of my buddies from college, his son was actually in Christmas story play that was traveling around the country. He got some roles, and he was actually in the Saturday Night Live skit that was making fun of Christmas with Matt Damon. Remember that? I can't play it because Saturday Night Live. Anything with that, they nuke you in 2 seconds. But
Well,
it's like the in-laws
Bobby
are coming
doesn't like
over.
Matt Damon.
there already was a sequel to A Christmas Story called "In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash" by Gene Shepard. It was a book he wrote, and it's his Christmas Story is his story. And I think he's pretty sure he's dead. So I don't know. I'm guessing something prompted them to make a Christmas Story movie with the original cast. Maybe Gene Shepard died and they don't have to pay him. But I'm going to be very disappointed if it's not at least funny.
If someone doesn't get their tongue stuck to something, right?
Well, Scott Schwartz actually went on to become a softcore porn star, so he's there,
Really?
tongue at the ready.
That's
Yeah,
kid?
he was.
It's like
He's from Baton Rouge.
I know, or the one that yeah, that is the same one. I don't know the porn.
Is he
star.
really
I'm
from?
saying.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was from Baton Rouge. He was in The Toy, remember?
Yeah, he wasn't the. That's right. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, they filmed The Toy around here.
Yeah,
not
they
the
did.
best movie in the world, but it had Richard Pryor and Jackie Gleason in
Jackie
it. So
Gleason. Yeah.
I heard where they were filming. Drove downtown, parked on the street, and I walk over and I see this fat guy with a cane with a hat walking. And I know right now that's not Jackie Gleason. It's like a stand-in or something. I'm just watching. I'm standing there watching, not bothering anybody. There was no cameras around me. Cop walks over and he goes, "You working on the movie?" And I couldn't think of the biggest lie I could think of right away was not until tomorrow. And the cop had his hand on a stick. He goes, "We'll come back tomorrow then."
Wow.
Cop. Jerkweed.
Killed him.
Steve might have been in that movie.
No.
You weren't? Were you aware of it?
I went to the set
Yeah.
once.
Baton Rouge was the set.
I remember all the buzz about it. That one and Everybody's All American. Baton Rouge was. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
bots are back. I've been so lonely the last few months.
Oh, thank goodness the bots are back. Yes.
About time. I needed a date.
That's
Yeah,
a
really. Yeah.
that's a song with the busboys. The bots are back in town.
No, what do you know? Hot girls in my area want to meet me tonight. I don't even know how they knew I was single.
How do you know they're really hot? It may just be the weather.
They don't lie. They can't lie. It's on the.
Sure.
Bots don't lie.
Yeah.
Bots don't lie. Yeah.
Why would they?
Minimus, the weather changes faster in Vegas than it does in Baton Rouge, dude. I mean,
Oh,
Does it
crap.
really?
It's
Wow.
terrible.
hot-
Bad.
when Clobby, when I was there a few weeks ago, like a month ago, it was 120 here. The next week it was 115. It sounds like a line from Blazing Saddles. It can't be more than 115.
Yeah.
I
Then
keep
the
thinking of his
next week
name.
it was like 99, and then it was 55. It was like the joke about the weather change. Like it went from 100 to 55, like it just saw a state trooper.
This is just
Jeez.
that's funny.
Oh, good night, JD Lewis. Thanks for
Good night,
stopping
JD.
by.
Good
Hi,
night.
JD.
Speaking
Did you
of,
say this was just a week ago, Steve?
no, last week it was. Well, my point is, we didn't have a period of nice weather. It went from freaking hot. It went from air conditioning to heat.
Volcano.
Today
It
was
we've had-
actually
cold here when
today
I
was
first
actually
got
okay.
here a week ago.
It was 54 when I got up this morning, so it wasn't that bad.
It went up
So it's
till this
warmer
week.
in Connecticut than Arizona. It was
not in
75 here
Arizona.
today. Oh, you're in Vegas, right?
Vegas, yeah.
Sorry,
So,
but yeah, it's been crazy hot here. It's like the
I don't
grass
know.
is still growing.
wow, I don't know if it got up to 75. It might have.
Yeah, but 75 here it is. Just
Oh.
It was
total
75 when
redonkulous.
I woke up today here.
It's gorgeous.
Steve
75
remembers living in
It's hot
Louisiana and walking outside, and it's like somebody threw a hot, wet blanket on your body. because of the humidity.
Yeah. Mark, today the warmest it got was 68.
Wow.
I love this time of year in Vegas. Are you kidding me?
Dude,
Oh my
we're
God.
sitting here talking like old men. Yeah, it was warm yesterday. Warm today.
Oh,
Probably going to be warm tomorrow.
I can tell
How's your knee-
rainy season's coming.
How's your knee feel?
Oh, come on. Don't you guys talk like that. Don't make me sound like an old.
Well, I'm 64, but Steve is 36.
Well, that's in Thor years.
Clobby Minimus and I could sit around and reminisce about the Hammurabi administration.
We're pretty damn old.
I always make the joke that I'm so old my birthstone is lava.
Yeah.
And the Clobby collected comics during the actual Bronze Age.
Yes.
Hey, Sean.
He collected comics when the guy was.
Snow. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just saw a comment
hear
about snow. I'm flying back to Colorado tomorrow, and thank goodness I moved out of the ski town that I was living in, because they just got like 3 feet. I'm so sick of snow. Ever since when I couldn't ski anymore, no more snow. I don't want.
You were done with snow.
When we say 3 feet in Louisiana, we're talking about the water in the house.
Just like an overnight storm in that town.
Or your inbred cousin.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, it's like last week I woke up like I wake up for the day, and I went and looked at the news on the YouTube. Anyway, I saw like 3 stories. Mississippi River dries up, and there's people standing in the middle of the river. Hey, it's dry here. Look, there's a spot of water over there. Barges are right there. And if you live in Louisiana, you know what the hell that is. That's the Mississippi River did not dry up. These are these little inlets that come on the side that you're supposed to pull your barges into to park overnight or something. There's no curb. Anyway, I'm thinking like maybe they're right. Maybe the river did dry up. So it took me like 20 minutes to drive to the river. And I did video of it, and I'm taking pictures of it. And I'm going, you going to believe the news, or you going to believe your lying eyes? Because there was barges out on the river. And I said the ferry was going from Baton Rouge to Plaquemine across the river. So a 15-minute ride across the river. But I don't know, it's like $1 to get on. And the guy takes your money. I'm not sure if he's supposed to. He takes your money. And you go across the river. They're going to build a bridge, and I'll be happy. The end.
Hail Canadian Spider-Man. It's been a while.
That's what I was trying to say.
Hey.
Hi, Canadian Spider-Man.
Canadian Spidey does whatever Canadian Spidey can.
Spider-Man can.
That's 3 Steves. It's we need Raquel here to sing. These are the Steves.
That's right.
Yeah.
These are the Steves I know. No, I can't do it, but yeah.
If anybody should do it, should be Courtney. She's the closest we have to.
I was so upset that I figured out I was muted all that time, because you should have heard my version of the bots are back in town. I was doing Thin Lizzy. Really
it's supposed to tell you when you're speaking that like your mic is muted too, or I guess if you're on your phone.
Well, I was on YouTube thing killing bots. I was on the other side. Yeah, I'm doing my job.
And the ironic part of that is part of that song is when the bots are back, there ain't no fooling around. But yeah, there is.
I love Thin Lizzy.
They think highly of you as well.
Bot Slayer's babe. That's my new superhero.
I hate to be one of the 3 people on camera who bails, but as I always use my daughter as an excuse, she's got me waking up around 5:45 every morning. So
she's worth it.
Thank you. She really is.
She'll be like that when you're an old man. Give me my pudding.
I haven't heard back from Clobby yet, but whenever I get that contact info, dude, I'll text you.
Did you send me a DM yet, buddy?
Yeah, on Twitter.
Okay, I didn't see it. Let me check again.
And Hale, the pop culture curator.
Oh, Hale, pop culture. Spider Pig.
Oh, I know you.
My friend. I think that's my friend Geoff as a joke. Yep, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Don't be a Jeffrey.
Let me get that for you. Give me just a sec here, and I'll get it for you.
Yeah, that's a trip. Here we are. If you hadn't just casually mentioned being in Vegas, you'll be officially my 3rd friend in Vegas, because
I need to introduce you to the Salty Nerd crew. Then they're all here in Vegas. All
awesome.
Yeah,
sounds great. Yeah,
you guys know the YouTuber Kai MFS. He's also an author.
I know Kai.
He just moved there too.
Nice guy.
Oh wow.
Oh, did he really? Oh, cool. Guy's nice.
I'm not doxing him. He has mentioned that.
Nice fella.
He
He was
Dork
a
Knight.
Pauly and Latino slant. He used to go on Polly's channel with him all the time.
Yeah,
Dork
that's
Knight,
where I met him. On Polly's.
Sorry, go
That's where I
ahead,
know him.
Steve.
I'll say I moved here right before lockdown, and then we had a COVID. My daughter's a COVID baby, so I basically lived after the divorce, which is a horror story. I lived all alone for like 2 years, so I don't know anybody here yet, except for some of the people at work. So yes, it's a sob story, Courtney.
Oh, Jill's in Vegas too? Any derivative Jill?
When you leave.
Courtney's making fun of me. I can't.
Jill is in Vegas? Is he?
No, in the chat, somebody
think
said
so.
I hate it when Thor bails. And I said,
All
I
right,
know, me too. And I was doing charades, so he could see I was sad.
Somebody
I sent
said
you
they
his
hate-
number, DK.
Now, are they referring to me or are they referring to Dork Knight? It's probably Hungry Boy because he is always the kindest.
I did not know Jill lived there.
He was hungry. That said it, yeah.
It was Hungry. Yeah, Hungry's. Yeah, it does look like I hate when Thor balls. Well, thank you, Hungry. I appreciate that, sir. You're definitely a gentleman and a scholar. He really is too. Dork Knight, I don't know if you know Hungry Boy, but he won't tell us his real name because he's a famous comic book artist and he's got contractual obligations.
He's gonna
He's a
draw
great
me,
friend
though.
of the show, though. He's a good guy.
Great friend and a really smart guy.
We know he's not Neil
I
Adams.
didn't know all of that about him. I know you guys
Too
told me he's
soon.
a good artist.
Too soon.
But he's going to draw me.
Or George Perez.
Oh, even
Oh,
sooner.
actually,
Sooner, yeah.
no, George. So, do you have a
Even
local
sooner.
comic book shop, Steve? Before you go, because
I do
George
not.
Perez. Okay, so George Perez. Actually got to meet him a few times because he would go to Cosmic Comics on Flamingo all the time.
Yeah.
And
I've been there.
Oh yeah.
it's the largest comic book shop in Vegas. I'm really good friends with the owner, Brian.
Nice.
And I'm still good friends with Jim, who was the previous owner. It's been around 26 or 7 years. It's also the oldest comic book shop in Vegas. So
Yeah, I think I went there once back in like 2001 or something.
Really?
Mhm.
That's the one that's
Great
on. You turn on Tenaya.
No. It's in the Smith Shopping Center literally on the corner of Flamingo and Sand Hill.
Okay. No, I haven't. Okay. So I'm thinking of a different one. Okay. I haven't been
Yeah. I think you're thinking of Celestial.
there. Okay. That's the one that has the big beams coming through and the humongous action figures, like life size.
Oh, that's Maximum Comics.
Maximum. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the only
like-
one That's only. Things are too expensive for me these days. I'm a dad, so I don't buy that kind of.
Yeah. No, we'll get together. I just texted you, dude. So we'll get together. I'll introduce you to some people and hopefully get you involved in the nerd scene here in Vegas. It's actually really, you'd be surprised how big it is here, So have you been to Millennium Fandom yet?
No, I have not.
Have you been to the Nerd yet?
I've done nothing locally.
Oh my god, dude. All right, I gotta
I
we gotta
used
get
to go
together.
to a bar there all the time called the Double Down. It was a real dump.
Oh yeah. It's a
Good
dive
time.
bar. Mm.
Yeah. Punk bands. I used to watch punk shows there. That's why.
No, I used to go. Unfortunately, they're not around anymore. Insert Coins was like probably my favorite place of all time. I was on Fremont Street for years, and then it went out of business. And then there was another like High Scores. The pandemic put them out of business, and they had 2 locations, and they put both of them out of business, which was a bummer.
Such a shame.
Yeah, but we still got the Nerd and Millennium Fandom. So
Cool. Yeah, it's
Well, actually, at Comic-Con, I was at the panel for George Perez, a tribute to George Perez. I was trying to find some of the photos to show.
I remember watching that. You showed
Yeah, I
some
did
of
show
that
some of
last
them.
night.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
show
that
a
was
couple.
cool.
Yeah.
which con was this?
New York Comic Con.
New York Comic-Con, yeah. So they did
That was
really
fun
nice.
to watch.
I actually at the Great American Comic Con the year Stan Lee died. I was privileged to speak at. They did a memorial ceremony for him, where they had a lot of like people way more famous than me because I'm not famous at all, but like you had a lot of like famous people like talk, and because I was the marketing director for Critical Care Comics at the time, and Stanley was such a huge inspiration to the founder of that, and they had met and stuff, and the founder was not a public speaker, didn't like to do that kind of thing, so he was like, hey, you're the marketing director, you do this. So I actually got to give a little like speech at his memorial, which was awesome.
That's nice.
But unfortunately, Chandler Rice, who was the founder and ran the Great American Comic Con, he also passed away during COVID, from COVID.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so that we don't have that convention here anymore. So
That's horrible.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to bring the panel down.
No, it's okay. But yeah, no, it's no, it hit a lot of people. I know, some people, unfortunately, their parents, and we lost a couple of younger people in town too, which is pretty.
Yeah, Free Isabello, he was a very, very talented comic book artist. He passed away from COVID here in Vegas. Yeah, it was weird, man. Like I never even, to this day, I never even caught it. But I know so many people who not only caught it but died from it, and it sucks,
Oh, I got it right now. I'm getting over it now, so that's why I'm coughing a little bit. But
oh wow,
that's why I get to see. There I go with cough. Apologize, Black.
I'll
Black
talk
Adam.
about it another time, but I don't want to continue this conversation. Sit down a little bit. I had it to almost that point, and it's sad. And I lost people younger than me, so that's why I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Can we not? Sorry. How about we talk about? Let's talk about sex. No, I'm just kidding, baby.
Wow,
it was the only song that came to my head.
I don't remember the name of the group that did that, but
that was
Dark Knight. I don't really know you, so I don't know if you
Color Me Bad. Or no, was that I won't.
I was saying, if you don't know Courtney, she's got a degree in music from like Juilliard or someplace, right?
Berkeley College of Music in Boston.
Berkeley, that's right.
But it's in Boston. It's not the Berkeley in California.
Conservatory in the world, and Berkeley is most years #1 or #2 in the world for contemporary music. So they do like jazz, rock, they do everything there. Juilliard is only strictly a conservatory, classical.
I do karaoke with Jedi Bill, so I don't I'm not anywhere near.
Oh, karaoke, dude, karaoke, I'm down.
All right, see, did we just become best friends? Do you have that clip from Step Brothers?
Dark Knight, have you ever
I hope you're feeling better.
Punk Media karaoke? He has like every song. It's fun.
I cannot
actually rap on that one too.
Anyway, I'll do it anyway. So
neither can I. I rap on my show. It's coming back soon, by the way, guys.
I agree with Tim Russ on rap.
But it's funny. It's good when I rap because I'm so horrible at it. But I won't stop doing it.
Did they have a section in a Kmart music section? They had a K at the beginning of every brand of music, and it said like K rock, K country, K rap.
K rap. That's funny. Yeah, Tim Russ, who played Tuvok on Star Trek Voyager, said rap music is the downfall of Western civilization.
Good man.
He was serious too. He did not play around with it.
He called it music though.
Easily I approach the microphone because I ain't no joke. Tell your mama to. I don't want you to get demonetized. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, don't be too accurate there. Yeah,
Dork, you and I should when my show comes back on, I'm gonna have you on with me because
I only know one.
An amazing rapper like me.
I only know one rap song. I think Clobby knows it too. Oh Lydia, oh have you met Lydia? Lydia, the tattooed lady. Wow. She has eyes that men adore so, and a torso even more so.
Still figure out, Joe. No one even
would you have
the real song of that.
Well, does Spike Jones count as rap?
Probably. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Not Spike Lee now. Spike Jones.
I don't think he counts as rap.
He counts as independent, I believe, like more underground.
Talking about the film director or the parodist?
No, he means the parodist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to lay the smacketh down on my 16-year-old. He still hasn't finished his damn homework, and his bedtime was 17 minutes ago. So I gotta.
My percentage is 16% on my computer. That's very funny that you said that. I was going to say bye.
And
I've been trying
you
to
gotta
leave
go,
for a half
Steve, right?
hour, but yeah, you guys are just too interesting for me to.
We're having too much
No.
fun, right?
Well, yeah, no, hey,
guys, good luck.
you got my text, right?
I responded.
Okay, perfect. All right, awesome. I'm glad we met.
I'm adding you.
Thank you for being here, Dork Knight.
Oh no, thanks for having me. Sorry,
A
I've
lot of fun.
been gone a while. I've been crazy busy.
No, this is a random show. This is like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
we don't care. Just come
they
in
let
and
me
out.
in, so.
It's a hangout. It's like you're hanging out with friends, you know.
Yeah,
You gotta go
totally.
to the other room for a few minutes. Who cares? And come back a few minutes
You
later.
come back with a blood splatter, we'll know.
This is
All
not
right, guys.
Confess Fletch. All right, take
All
care,
right,
Dork
be
Knight.
good, dude.
I'll see you
Have a good
guys hopefully next week.
Take
Yep.
care.
Bye,
Sounds
Dork
good.
Nightly.
Nice meeting you, sir. And now,
night,
and
Steve.
I will be the second to bail. So thank you again for allowing me to bring down the ratings of this network.
Bye.
We'll do
Please
a-
don't-
bring
Ratings
this,
are way up.
this channel's down.
Stars in my eyes.
Steve will do a special on you.
Yeah,
There you go.
Tip of the
Ratings
hammer.
just
for you.
Stop it. It's
Ladies.
too good.
Your viewing figures just went up.
our polls are rising. All right, good night, y'all.
Later, buddy.
Good night.
Cat,
Good night,
cat,
Steve. Yep.
ladies and germs, have a good night, y'all.
Night, night.
Stay away from the germs. Yep. Oh, Dadman's here, and my friend he left this up. My
Dad,
friend Harold
man.
is
What's up,
a
bro?
huge
Hi,
Devo
Dad,
fan,
man.
and he's got Devo Music. So tell Harold he's losing a lot of street cred with me if he's got Devo Music. That's
Damn.
scary.
I just saw the Devo part before, and I was like, yeah, Devo. And then after the fact, I just
And
used
Hungry
that.
Boy's gonna send me a Misty Night painting. Ooh, cool, awesome.
Bro, yeah. Yep. DM it there, bro. Yeah.
Oh, I have to
And let me
send
know if
him.
that's okay to it's okay to show. Let me know.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
That's why
I
I won't show anything you
Yeah.
draw
I'm
of
sure
me.
if
already.
I'm talking about the one he's talking about, I don't think I don't know if he wants to show it, but he might. But
No, I always obviously ask. Ask, but I appreciate that. That's very cool. Yep. And I think we're only going to go a few more minutes here because I probably should get to bed early and try to get to work tomorrow. It's been a while since I've been to work. I'm working at home, but
Them $400 Galactuses don't pay for themselves.
no, they don't. Right? Yeah, that's actually I should turn my. It is right behind me here. If I do start the start
he
my
doesn't have
camera,
one of
yeah.
those.
So I do. Yeah, it's that's
You
right.
are.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, Mark
Look,
lives.
you have
Yeah.
a million toys, and I have one now.
Yeah.
My ex-wife
Yeah.
had one.
And the Airbnb has a pumpkin.
So that is that's Galactus back there in the box with the Batmobile on it. That hasn't been unboxed yet, so I'm waiting for the right time to do that. I've been pretty busy, so but we'll maybe Mike and I will do an unboxing of Galactus
Yes,
there.
sir.
Yep. That'll be fun. Yep.
I'm wet.
I get
I'm
to
not
be,
gonna
be mean to him for buying it. Like I'm his conscience.
Yeah.
Just like you know how the moment
You
when
have
the
the
doctor
devil
was
on
about
one side.
no,
Dude.
remember how the doctor was going to destroy the Daleks in the Time War and the Time Lords, and the weapon, the Sun Eater, had it so advanced that it was a weapon that actually developed a conscience, so it could pronounce judgment on it, the one who uses it. Well, that'll be me
Wow.
doing that to you.
Hey, Mark, do you get any of those carded Marvel figures, the small ones, like 3.5 inches or whatever they are?
I do have one here. The only one I
You
have
have
is
Do you have
There's a
Silver
thing one
Surfer?
now. Look at Latino Slip. Paulie, what's up, bro?
If you have the big Galactus, you ought to get the carded Silver Surfer.
Look at
Paulie,
Paulie. Oh, that's
I was
Hey,
just
Paulie.
talking
Yeah.
about you
What up?
today.
What up,
cool.
I was
nerds?
talking about you on my
Wow.
birthday stream.
The stealth armor.
when was that? When was the birthday stream?
Oh, back in May. He
Oh, way
he
back.
took his shirt off and he sang to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Very-
those things look good, but it's like they only
That
bend
is a
at the
good-looking
hip
figure.
and the shoulders and the head moves
Yeah.
around.
Well, there's a thing went out.
Can you hold
know.
that up again, Mark?
Sure. Yep. I got to get the thing one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost Christmas, so I got to make my Christmas list. So I got to give the kids something
Nice.
to
That's
something
cool.
to buy.
What's going on, Paulie, buddy?
I don't know if they have GameStops out where you live, Mark, but this week I got some stuff for like half off.
Oh, it's on sale.
Those
Yeah,
little ones,
Reed and Sue and a Silver Surfer.
The big ones or the
No, the
small
Reed
ones?
and Sue was the big ones, like the retro ones, where Reed
Okay.
is wearing a jacket and he comes with
the lab
hand,
coat.
lab coat.
and
Yeah.
Sue has a shield that you can attach to her, and the small Silver Surfer I'm going to pull that. I got two big Galactuses. Didn't cost me $400. One of them was from KB Toys, and he had that little probe that he digs into the ground. You stick
That's
it into
what
his
I had.
chest, and he says, "I hunger."
I hunger.
Not
Yeah, that
anymore,
was
but
the Toy Biz. Yeah.
yeah. I also have the one that you piece together by buying seven different marble toys, and I think I'm gonna try to put my Silver Surfer next to him or on him or something. Did yours come with the Silver Surfer? Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
This is the build a figure. Yeah, this was Marvel Legends, one of
It's
the
a build.
early.
That's
but
gonna
it's
be
a
a
great-
Pee-wee compared to the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be midget.
His little brother.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
but so you
this
can
is
get
a
all-
really well done figure.
Hey, Captain James Taylor Scott Walker. Look, you can get that
Hey,
one
Captain.
and get the smaller ones like scale and have. You know how? Remember how Galactus shrank in the
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
one FF story when he was shrunk? Now you could anyway. But yeah. That's pretty cool. That's a good one. That's a good figure, right?
Oh, this
Yeah,
was
you
a
could-
this was a good one. Yeah, they did it.
You could put them
Did a
all
nice job
together.
with
It's
this one.
like
Yep.
be like a sitcom, the Galactus family.
Yep.
Good time.
Of course, I never liked the chest is over there. We go. But that was a cool thing. You had to buy every figure. So like I got to keep buying. I got to keep buying them. So, yeah, I do have that one, and I do have all the. I think I have all those. I do have the I Hunger one, and there's another one that's different than the I Hunger. I have that as well.
I've got a small one that came with a Silver Surfer inside
And
of
the
a
ball
rubber
and the
ball.
globe.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
got that one. Except
Yeah.
my Silver Surfer, he the water drained out of his balls.
Well,
he's,
So to speak. Did I ever tell you
I'm not,
that?
I quit. I'm just.
Mark, I never tell you about the Galactus cosplay I saw at DragonCon one year.
I think you did, right? Was it?
Guy had the great costume, and he had this. He attached a Silver Surfer action figure extending from his head.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We should find that
that's a
picture.
class. Yeah. Do I have another? Well, I can't grab. I have a Galactus statue, and let's see what. And I do. Well, it's in the other room, but I have those other ones you were talking about. Minimus. I can't remember. One was a Playmates, and one was another.
The one I'm thinking of that came with the
Says
ball,
I
the
Hunger.
yeah, the
That's
one
a
that
smaller one.
had Silver Surfer inside of a rubber ball in mine. I didn't know if it had water in it or anything, but
Mine had water in it. Yeah.
his
Probably
he looked like he was made to straddle a horse, and his skirt, for want of a better word, was really wide.
Weird.
Yeah. I do have that one down. That's down in my basement, but yeah.
Is that where your new one is going?
I don't know where I'm gonna put this.
We
I
don't
might
know
have
where
to
he's
hang
gonna
the
put- he's
sucker
gotta
from
hide
the
it, so,
ceiling.
yeah.
It'd be a lawn ornament.
Do you have enough room left to put things up? And
But this room
Hi,
is pretty
Polly,
small,
again.
so it's
What you doing, Polly?
hi, Captain, too.
Whoa, look at this guy. Jeez.
Son
look
of
at that. That's
Wow.
a great cosplay.
Yeah, I
That-
put something in
that
the
wins.
private chat.
Look at the cans on that guy.
I didn't know.
That's
Wow.
too modern-y, but that's pretty good. Oh, he's got the surfer
Modern-y.
there.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
great.
goodness, look at this guy. I had to be tough to walk around on those things. Holy triple.
Well, I mean, he just stomps your planet if you get in his way. That's
Wow.
pretty cool. Ultimates, yep. But Galactus is just such a
He
great,
doesn't look like a
great
cloud,
design.
does he?
Since the Watcher is
Creepy.
supposed to just be like a
Cool.
big, fat, bald white guy in a toga, maybe I could pull that off.
Look at the kid with the Galactus costume. Jesus.
These are good, yeah.
That looks like the one I saw. From the one I saw.
This guy, this one.
That might be DragonCon. Does he got a look? I don't see the Silver Surfer on him.
There's the figure. There's Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's probably me. It's like, I bought a Spider-Man costume to wear at my grandson's birthday party. It was like $25, and it zips up the back, and it's very uncomfortable, and it's not meant for me. Anyway, I got it. I wore it. He was like 5
Wow,
or
look at
6, and he liked it. So they go like a year later. They go to a downtown festival in Mississippi, and there's a guy there dressed as Spider-Man. So what does my grandson do? He runs over to him and hugs him. Thought it was me.
That was you.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool right there. Why does one of them have a Captain America thing?
Let's see where. Well, that's cool. Galactus
Yeah.
the surfer.
Galactus server says, "Why are you so small, master?"
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to
Should
fit
have a
in.
kid playing surfer. Yeah, that's why this guy's on stilts here. Yeah.
Of course, the
There's
penguin is
there's
right
Girl
next to him
Lactus. Look at Girl Lactus. Is that Girl Lactus?
Let's see.
there. Oh yeah, one more over.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow. What in the hell?
Is that a dude? Because
I don't know.
that's cool.
Oh, here we go. Ronald McDonald versus
Oh,
Galactus.
Jesus.
A Thor.
Thor
Ronald
McDonald,
Thor.
Ronald McDonald Thor.
Thor.
Wow.
That's awesome.
probably a Happy Meal he's trying to pick up.
The god of burgers.
That's awesome cosplay. McThor. All right,
McThor.
Steve Mitchum. I know you left, but you can be McThor, maybe.
Yeah, you heard that idiot, was it Victoria Alonso, whatever? They were talking, somebody said in the chat. She's trying to change the pronunciation of Namor to Namor.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, well, it's actually how they say it in the movie.
They're going to be
But
saying,
maybe
I know, yeah, but I'm saying
maybe
it's
I'll
ridiculous.
maybe
I
I'll
know thinking-
like her.
Well, I'm hearing it's rights issues. I mean,
Is it really
they're changing
Riker?
the character so much.
That guy just looks like Jonathan Frankie Pants. It is Jonathan Frankie Pants.
It
just
actually
looks like
sounds like no more when they say it, and I'm going like
No more.
no more. That's what I'm going to see Marvel movies. I'm not going to look. A Black Panther movie without Black Panther sounds odd to me. And
They should have recast Chadwick. I mean, as much as he
I
was
even said I had.
so
Here's
sad
my
he passed away, but
here's
you
my
know,
idea. I said since now they have a multiverse at Marvel officially, they could go into another universe, kind of like what DC, CW, whatever did with their shows, and everybody looked different. It was different actors except for Superman and the Atom, played by the same guy.
Oh, look at
but
that.
find somebody like a guy who was Michael B. Jordan and have him be T'Challa in that other universe and bring him into this one. Because I know so many people were saying he would have been so good as T'Challa.
Shooter? Hey, Shooter.
Jordan.
I wouldn't want Michael B. Jordan doing it, but that's just me.
Well, I think
hey,
he's a good actor.
shooter! I can't
They're
do
the
the
guys
pew
you can get,
pew
though.
pew 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 like Raquel that well, but I tried. But yeah, I mean,
Hi,
in the
Shooter.
comics, the more modern comics, as Mike likes to say,
Modern
T'Challa
Marvel.
does die for a year, and then Shuri does become Black Panther for a year, but then Black Panther comes back. It actually had a guy in New York, a cop became Black Panther for like 6 issues at one point. It was a crazy idea that they had. Oh, there's
The
Minimus
Watcher?
Yeah.
and
Wow.
so they could have done that, like if they'd
Watcher
done this
Galactus.
movie, and
Give that guy
so-
a sandwich.
I'd say Black Panther maybe is, we think he's dead, but you leave it mysterious, comic book, as comic books are wont to do. And then, you leave it open and then you tease his return, aka Spock in Wrath of Khan at the very end there. You tease that and then you bring him back and and once enough time goes by, then you because then you're never gonna be able to tell any of those fantastic Black Panther stories throughout the years. I mean,
They don't care. They just care about girl power. That's all this movie's for.
yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Another
we have to put up-
unpopular opinion.
Without him, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's like I didn't like Black Panther. I didn't like the movie Black
I
Panther.
didn't either.
It looked too
terrible.
much like a cartoon. Captain America: Civil War was a much better Black Panther film than
Yeah, it
Black
was.
Panther,
He was great in that.
and I couldn't stand Martin Freeman in Black Panther either. He turned into a wuss in between movies.
Because that's a cool character in the comic books. He's an interesting character. So he's basically Black Panther's handler, government handler in the U.S. So Agent Ross.
Yeah, they turned him into Mr. Bean or something. It was like,
but he's more like a secret agent in the comics. He's kind of a cool. He's a little bit semi dorky in terms of he's kind of like an analyst, stuck out in the field, but he was always an interesting character. So, it was a shame that, Bosman was so fantastic in that role. So it was just a shame that, obviously that he, we can't be with us to keep doing these movies, but I really wish they'd recast, when enough time goes by too. Initially, I can see where your first reaction is, no one's ever going to play that, character again. And, But you wait enough time, and down the road you leave the door open. Is basically what you do. You do this movie and you leave the door open.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. But
it goes against something T'Challa said when they bowed to him. He said, "We don't do that here." Well, that's kind of what Marvel is doing. They're bowing to the memory of Chadwick Boseman, who was a good actor, who was a good Black Panther. But how many James Bonds have there been? How many Spider-Man have there been? And I hate to invoke the name of Reb Brown, but how many Captain Americas have there been?
Well, we can ask Captain Finity, because Captain Finity's here and he'll tell us how many different universes with time travel.
Well, Dick Purcell, Reb Brown, Matt Salinger's Idiocy, and Chris Evans.
Yeah.
But this is the best of all was Brian Bloom, his voice, Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes.
The Bandit?
Yeah, but he was perfect at the voice of Cap.
Yeah, they had some great cartoons. Yeah, great stuff. Yeah. How many Doctor Who's? Well, to infinity and beyond, right? Captain Finity.
No, they're only actually 13.
Well,
you technically say 14, but not, but only because the Meta Crisis Doctor and War Doctor.
You had a crazy Gallifreyan that kept killing a baby over and over again.
That didn't happen.
I know, but it's like, it's the stupidest thing we're supposed to accept as canon. Hey, you died. Wait a minute. You came back to life. Let me see what happens when I kill you. Oh, you came back. I didn't believe the first 9 times I did it. Okay, kill her again. Oh, it's a guy now. It's easier to kill now. Kill that son. Okay, he's dead. How many more we got? I don't know. Let's just keep killing them till they stop.
I'm sorry.
It looks like William Hartnell now.
I want that figure. Damn it, that's great. Love it.
That's a Hallmark. That's my next short. My next short. I should do.
Oh, holy crap! When did that come out? I got a Tenet this year. That is
2021.
That new? Oh,
2021.
Did you get the Tenet?
I did not get the Tenet yet, but that'll be on my Christmas list. Yep.
Yeah.
And look, I even have a mini TARDIS.
Yeah. Did you get it at Walmart like me?
Look, he's
coming. Oh no, I got. Yeah, that's cool. But I got Walmart has some ornaments, and they had a TARDIS that actually looks like a TARDIS.
So this guy was back when the old cell phones stopped spinning. The cell phones would set this off, and when your cell phone rang, you could tie it to your cell phone. It would ring or it would spin.
Nice,
but doesn't work now with the new cell phone bands. But I got to do a short on this one. That's great. Yeah, Hallmark has some really nice stuff. I have to say, some of the stuff is crappy. Some of the cheap stuff, but some of the pop-minded stuff, that's always been really really well done. Yeah, I've got here. Let me grab my.
Yeah, I dropped my Eagle Moss 4th Doctor, and it broke in 4 places.
Oh, and
it was really easy to put back together. There you go. That's nice. A cool one.
So this is the mirror one. So here I'll play a couple seconds of this, but I think I have to turn off my.
They can't do anything to you. You got to be monitored.
You must return to your universe. I must have my
Captain that.
I shall operate the transporter. You have 2 minutes and 10 seconds. By that time, I have something to say. How long before the Hawken prediction of the electric revolt is realized? Approximately 203 years. Inevitable outcome. The Empire shall be overthrown, of course. I submit to you that your empire is illogical because it cannot endure. I submit you are illogical to be a willing part of it. If change is inevitable, predictable, beneficial, logic demand that you be a part of it. One man cannot summon the future. One man can change the present. Be the captain of this enterprise, Mr. Spock. Find a logical reason for sparing the Hawkins and make it stick. It is time. In every revolution, there's one man with a vision.
Captain Kirk.
I
all considered it. Greatest episode ever.
I think
all of that
greatest
in
exchange in Star Trek too. Yep.
All of that in one little ornament.
Yeah, they had to have a little memory chip in there that Star Trek predicted. But what's great? This was an exclusive for Comic-Con, 2019.
I get the big one, and I finally got all the figures over 3 years, and I think the I saw them on the wall, and the lady says, "No, we're not supposed to be able to sell them until Saturday," and it was like Thursday. And I said, "Well, this is like Ocean Springs, Mississippi." I said, "Well, I'm from Baton Rouge," and the two ladies looked at each other like, "I think it'll be all right." Like,
That'll hurt. So who'd you buy?
I got them all now.
We got them all.
I started out with Kirk, of course, and then the Spock with the beard, Mirror Universe Spock, and then Uhura and Chekhov came out. I think I got those at the same time. Then Scotty, Chekhov, and now McCoy. So
yeah, I only have 4 right now. So I only have.
I haven't plugged them all in.
Uhura and Sulu.
Yeah, well then you know how that thing goes.
It's great. They're awesome.
The lights, the theme, and the sound is really good, and it's loud. You know, scare the shit out of burglars if they try to steal your Christmas tree. But I tried to put it on top of the tree last year, and my wife said no. No, this is the family star. If people look at it and they come over to our house and see a Star Trek thing, no, they're going to get mad. You know what they didn't care. They came here for food. So.
Yeah.
Surprised at her.
Well, as you can guess, I have a maximum number of these ornaments. I'll show a couple quick here, and then we'll get out of here because it's officially not it's Thanksgiving is supposed to be, you know, when you talk about Christmas stuff. But here I'll show a couple of.
They're playing Christmas music everywhere now.
Oh no, it's too early, too soon.
Yeah, they are.
So I have a few of these.
Oh, I don't have that many, but I got
have a problem.
My brother gave me all of his one year, and I did not say no. Thing about it is, I got some TNG. I got like Riker and Picard, and I've got Captain Janeway too. Oh, you got that Hulk, man! I wish I still had that thing.
This one?
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite ones. The Superman in the booth.
Yeah.
The changes in the booth. Yep. And
the thing about it, we don't have a Hallmark here. My daughter lives in Mississippi though, so we go visit her.
That's the only one I have is the lunchbox one.
Yeah.
The lunchbox. Yep, that's a good one.
Oh, and Walmart also sells these gold, like it was be like the Spider-Man ornament and the Superman ornament. And this year they have a Batman. It's not gold, but it's Batman, and they're kind of substantial. They're kind of heavy.
Do you know what I had on my tree one year? It was all different types of meat. I didn't buy it, but it was like bacon and a steak. Yeah, my ex.
Moss.
It was silly.
Lichens.
And Hungry Boy says no Xmas stuff. We had before Thanksgiving. Damn it, we had we were good friends with one of the priests at church, and Father D'Souza came over for dinner, and I said, "Father, is it appropriate that I have, you know, the Death Star and Darth Vader on my Christmas tree?" He's like, "Well, come to confession this week." You know, he was joking. He's like, "You know, we're making a joke, but it's just."
I kind of wanted to get that Darth Vader force choking the guy from the first movie. Because as soon as I thought of it, my heart was filled with Christmas joy. And like, I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yeah, this one stopped working. I got to try the capacitors go. I got to take it apart and fix the capacitor. But, there's a Mandalorian starfighter.
Yeah.
But I got a ton of these. So, well, that's a good point to, I think, call it a night. So. Let's call out everyone in the chat here. We had a rocking chat tonight. It was awesome. Let me go I got to scroll back. I'm gonna do the Jeopardy music. We're gonna give a shout out to people. Well, first of all, thank you to Steve Mitchum to being here, and the Dork Knight who had to head out, but that's cool. Those guys will meet up in Vegas. Thank you for being here, Courtney, despite technical difficulties. I'm glad you didn't leave.
I'm a technical difficulty.
And we had Claude Sailing here, Brian Hepburn, Kal-El was here, Apolly's Minion, Gap After Dark, of course the ever awesome Hungry Boy was here, Captain Finity's here, let's see, Dadman stopped by, Classic Comics, Stream Elements Bot, Hale, Ironhide 84, JD Lewis, Dustin was here, Keto Simple, and Trevor Cunningham stopped by. Another Stream Elements bot. Let's see who else.
We had the sexy bots too.
Yeah, we had Pleasant Valley
They were
Picker.
trying to bring sexy back.
Michelle is still with us in the chat. Thank you for hanging out with us, Michelle. I
Hey.
said JD Lewis.
Thank you all.
Wow, this is a long chat tonight. Yeah, it was a fun
Yeah, a lot of
night.
people
Yeah.
showed up.
Well, you know what you forgot though?
Who did I forget? Tiger Stripes is here.
No, there's a bunch of them, but Dad Man had a message for you.
I'm never that way.
God damn it, Mark. Jeez.
Never gets old. And I think Dad Man lost it the other night, so I gotta clip that too, or find that clip. Yep.
Sorry, Dad Man.
My friend Geoff, as I call him, Jeff. Yep. Canadian Spider-Man is here. Enjoy that snow up there. Tiger Stripes.
Buddy. Yeah.
Yep.
Donnie. There's Donnie.
Donnie Pearson. Yep. Yeah, I hate now that you start to name everyone, you hate to miss anyone. So yep.
I know.
So Hale,
and
of course,
I agonize that. Yeah.
And of course, Latino Slant. So thank you for stopping
Paulie
by.
was here, Paulie, buddy.
Paulie in the house.
Captain Infinity and beyond.
Brian Hepburn, Captain James C. Skywalker. And yeah, you can always check out Captain Infinity streams on time travel. They're the best. Yep. So, all right. Well, I think I got everyone.
You could do like Marvel's letters page and just start making names up.
Yeah, yeah. And,
Barry Gilman, nice to hear from you tonight.
Yeah, no one will know, right? Yeah.
Johnny Spotsberger, how you been?
Yeah, and I can see participants now. Oh, and your Muslim uncle. I forgot you're a Muslim uncle.
Your Muslim uncle.
Sorry about that. So yeah, see that's what happens, and you miss someone, and you're like, oh crud.
Yeah, it's tough to forget it. Remember everybody, man.
That's why you write them down on Saturday night. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it says only Xmas stuff before Thanksgiving must be food. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yep. And thank you, Courtney, for being here. Much appreciated.
Thank you for having me.
Always fun. Yep. And thank you.
I can't
Clobbering
find Captain Findy's link. I was trying to drop it.
Oh, I'll get
Captain.
I will get it. I shall put it in the chat right now. I got a list of.
Okay.
It's in my description
I was
below.
just putting mine in, and then you said his name, and I was gonna ensue.
Yeah, let me put everyone's links in. Yep. So actually, when I put it in, it was Captain Hipster Spock, and I haven't updated my list. So this is Captain Finity, Captain Hipster. Spock.
I think I knew him as Captain Time Lord Spock at first.
Yes, he has had many nom de plumes.
And
The man of many names.
I think I have Dork Knights in here too somewhere. But you can just search Dork Knight. Where's Dork Knight? I thought I had Dork Knight.
I don't know if does he have a channel?
Does he have it? He's mostly a guest.
I know he hangs out with the Pop Culture Minefield guys.
Yeah,
he has a channel or not.
He's always on with Gary.
Yeah,
Gary.
Our buddy Gary over at Pop Culture Minefield.
And Courtney, are you back to streaming again, or are you just guesting right now?
Soon. Well, I did one kind of like a check-in one, which was actually I was surprised with the turnout for what it was because it wasn't anything fun. I had no plan. But yes, shortly I have I'm going to be doing some morning streams, like hours that nobody will watch in the U.S. in other countries, and then my Friday nights I'll be back.
Well, there's Dad Man's channel. I'm trying to find your channel. I thought I had it's Courtney's Fellowship of Oz.
Oh, I posted it in the
I got it. Okay, it should be in there.
I dropped it. Like it's
hot. Thank you. So everyone sub to Courtney, sub to Dad Man, so we get him to 100, so he can get a normal name, a normal link in this chat. And of course, everyone's got clobbering time.
I don't have an. It won't let me do one. I messed up, I think, when I tried to change mine, and now I have no option to.
Oh, it should let you do it. You go into community, and I can help you do that. I can connect to your computer and remote help you with that. Yeah, I do that.
Hit that like button for Mark D with a C and subscribe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not already.
I did that an hour before it started.
And of course, we got. I mean, everyone's here sub to Clobbering Times, but I got, of course, put the just an off chance, put the link in there. And of course, by Raquel short stories.
Please do.
That's put in the link there, and I got the
book coming out this week.
Yeah,
which is awesome. Our book's coming out. Is it this week or next week? It's next week. Yeah.
Very soon. Yep. And there's the Clubhouse Discord, so check that out too. And shout out to Mr. Angel. Hope he's feeling better because I know he's been fighting the vid.
Yeah, big shout out to the chef.
Yep. So hopefully he's doing good. Yep, or better, I should say. Yep.
Hungry. I will do that right after we end. I forgot. Or if you want to send me a message, and then because I'll forget again. I'm going to post my Just
Is
sorry.
this
to interrupt
part of the
you.
show where everybody says what they're doing?
Yeah. So Minimus, what are you up to? Are you starting a channel like everyone else?
No, I'm going to be. I got 2 shows tomorrow at the Winn-Dixie. I'm going to go in for chocolate milk at about 9 a.m. And then the later performance is going to be when I go in there at 3 p.m. when they tell me the chocolate milk is actually going to be on the shelves, and I'm going to pitch a fit, and you'll probably see me on YouTube.
I could do some orange juice if you could pick some orange juice up for me. I've got to get my vitamin
Nah,
C level up.
man, you need chocolate milk. It's better
You
than
like
orange juice.
you like pulp or not?
I like it. Yeah, a lot of pulp. I do like a lot of pulp. Yeah, which is a fight with my wife because she.
Ever since I heard Tyrus say pulp is best, I listen to Tyrus. He knows what he's talking about.
I like a lot of pulp
Yeah,
in my.
Tyrus is a smart man.
Yep. So
that's my agenda.
And Clobbering Times, you got a special show tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, well, Monday Night March C Comics Talk. I'll have the great Stone Loki on with me tomorrow night. It'll be a DC animation review team up as we try to do at least once a month when we can. Our movie tomorrow night is All-Star Superman.
Classic. That's a classic. Yep. I love that one.
It is great. Yep. Yes,
and Courtney, you're going to be on. You're just randomly on the interwebs right now, and just follow Courtney on Twitter too, and you'll see when she's on.
Yeah, I will post always. And whenever I am going to stream, sometimes I'll post and actually advertise, but sometimes you won't find out till like 5 minutes before.
Yeah.
Turn your notification bell on if you want to.
just be ready. Yep. And hopefully everyone's. That's all right.
My style.
Hey, this is all random. Random is good. Yep. And hopefully no one should feel cranky. So here's my cranky video. If you're feeling cranky, what a bad pun that is. That's a horrible pun.
A bad pun indeed.
A bat. Oh, worse.
Is that horrible? Yeah, sorry. So
I wish my one friend was here. So good with the puns. I am not.
All right, everyone. So much appreciated. I always have a lot of fun hanging out with everyone. It's a great start. To
night, everybody.
Week. Good night. Turn your clocks forward. Or is it forward or back? No, it's forward.
Just leave your clocks alone.
Just leave your clocks alone.
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is because my computer's is 10:50. It's on
your phone. Tell you.
Yeah, your phone tells you. Yeah, just check your phone for your time.
When you're an hour late for work, you'll know.
Yeah, I was late. Yeah. All right, everyone.
I don't work. Don't work it in.
Catch you all later. Appreciate it.
Later, everybody.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Now, if I could just find my outro. I've been doing this long enough, right?
Peace out. Peace out. Yo. I'm gonna do this. Annoy everyone.
Yeah, I got it. Here we go.
Got it. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.